Sup, nerds? Welcome to episode 33 of the Omni4Game podcast. I'm Sean. I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
All right, sup guys? This week's Omni4Game recap. We go over our locals as always. We go over some top 16 decks. We go through our weekly reveals, some comment questions, and potatoes. Mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew. How do you eat them? If you guys like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.
Locals recap. Chris, what was your ending record?
2, so I did worse.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I played Grace this week because after last week, playing Devas, my brain was a little fried and I just did not have fun with that deck at all. I was
So
going
you
to
went
play...
to a deck that has more moving parts. Smart choice.
No, here's the thing with this deck, though. There's literally 1 or 2 combos. That's
Yeah,
it.
It's not complicated. Like, once you understand the lines of play, you're doing one or two things.
Yeah. It's the same thing over and over and over again once you have the pieces. It's a super easy combo. Super easy. It does its
Fairly
thing.
inconvenient, some would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost
It does
said
its thing, and boom, you do great stuff. I was gonna play Burst, Shine Greymon Burst mode this week, but I was just like, I just really want to give Grace another try. You know, I've been seeing a lot of videos that I watch online from other content creators uploading gameplay of it, and I was like, let me throw it back together and have some fun this week. You know, not
How
really
much
take it too
regret was
seriously.
there once you got to round 3 and 4?
None. I had no regret playing it up until round 4.
Okay.
But that's because I used up all my luck and all my brain power in the first 2 rounds. So round 1, I played against Sean. He was playing Yellow Vaccine. I won 2-0. I can't remember because we're recording this a day later because Sean had an ulti cup. I don't remember exactly how everything went down. I just remember my game 2 hand was so optimal. I just knew from the get-go I was going to win that game. And I had already won game 1, and I was feeling ecstatic. Like, it was the perfect opening hand. I'm talking about Coronamon, the Red Tamer, a level 4, a level 5, and like Apollo. I was like, this hand is the most optimal hand. If I promote the Coronamon,
Just
go
draw
for
the nut.
memory, Digivolve into level 4, and see another level 4, it's GG's. Like, we're going full combo. I'm choking you to 1 memory. Apollomon swinging for a bunch of checks. Like, it was so optimal. I remember game 1. I didn't even need to go into Grace because all 3 of the Graces I play were in my
your
security.
Yep.
That was hilarious because I was like, I had
forgot
like
about
this
that.
many cards left. I had like this many cards left in my deck, and me and Sean were joking. We were like, they're all in security, and they were.
They were.
So that was fun. Round 2, I played against Caleb, who was playing Alphamon. Alphamon is such like a he must have been trying out a new build because he was playing really weird cards. He was playing like Raptormon.
The level
What's
5
that other
Grademon, I think? Yeah.
Grademon,
Ugh.
which he doesn't normally play. So that's what I'm saying. He
Yeah, was
must
like
have been
trying
playing.
different stuff.
Yeah, he was just testing new stuff out and playing around with new cards. Which that deck is still super scary. Because if he sees the one of Doru Greymon, it's game over.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's just game over. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Because his, I think BT15 Alphamon dodges a lot of my effects that, like, delete him. Except for Dianamon. I could stun it, but I can't delete it.
Yeah.
So, that became a problem. But I ended up getting game 1. It was a little bit back and forth. I think he was missing a couple pieces as the game went on because I just started controlling his board and just trying to slowly kill him with like Apollomon and Dianamon. Like I was doing the thing where I would just swap them out. Like I would never even go to Grace because there was just no point at this. You know, I'm just controlling him at that point. And then game 2, he went. I'm telling you, by like turn 3, no, maybe turn 2 or 3, he went full wombo on me. I'm telling you, he digivolves into the new Doru Greymon that searches and then tucks something. Boom, there it is, the one of tuck, Alphamon, or Yukinmon. Boom, boom, all my security's gone. Just like
All
that.
your
Of that.
security has become mine.
I'm talking, he had a Shu Yulin on the board and another Digimon to alliance with. All my security was gone, and I'm like, dude, you got it, buddy. And then game 3, I think he miscalculated and he needed 1 more memory. He thought he accounted for it. but he had already gained it off the Doru Tuck effect, and so he put me at a 1, and he thought he was going to be going to 0 when he did his calculations.
Did his math. Big math.
Yeah, and me and Will were both watching, and I'm like, oh, he's messed. He's like, I was like, he's just gonna pass turn, and I just kill him this following turn. Because Oryukenmon doesn't have not Oryukenmon. What do you go into? Was it? No, I can't remember. It wasn't Oryukenmon. He would have kept turn if that was the case. Anyways, I was killing him on the following turn if he didn't pass it to me. He did his calculations wrong. I ended up at 1. He's just like, did I gain the memory? And me and Will were both like, yeah. Like, even Will was like,
oops.
Yeah, buddy, you messed up. So I ended up killing him on that following turn. And then, so all my good luck and fortune's gone from there. I knew it was, too. I was like, there's no way I'm going... There's no way I'm winning anymore with Grace. Like, this is the maximum amount of wins I'm going to have tonight with this deck.
And at that moment, he knew he peaked.
Yeah, it was. Because then I get matched up with Ben, who's also the only other undefeated player. He's playing Beelzemon.
Mm-hmm.
I end up losing 2-0 to him. And both games are my fault. Game 2 could have been either way. There's a good chance he could have
recovered, bounced back.
Yeah, recovered. But game 1 was 100% my own fault. I saw him bottom deck the one card that he needed to actually kill me. The lethal range I was at 4 security. And I saw him earlier in the game bottom deck the Beelzemon X. I think maybe both of them. I can't remember. How many does he play in his list?
2.
2?
Yeah.
I think he bottom decked both of them at one point. I can't remember. Because I specifically remember him saying, I need to mill my entire deck in this one turn to see the Beelzemon X again to get to it so I can kill you from this range. And I had a Grace Nova on board. He had 2 security, and I had 1 Digimon in raising. What I should have done, the optimal play is, not waste all my brain power in the other 2 rounds. I should have just played a Tamer, choked him to 1, left the Grace Nova standing.
Yeah.
Grace standing as a blocker, and it was 17k, which I don't think his Beelzemons can get up that high. They can get close.
I think you said it was 19, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
He has
19.
to have specific inheritable.
He has to have.
Yes.
Yeah, he has to have the one of EX2 Impmon.
Yep.
Yeah.
In addition to all of his other inheritables that also give him DP in order to get that big.
Okay, so it was at 19, and it was a standing blocker. What I should have done is, I wasn't thinking in the moment. I just swung and was like, let me get rid of these last 2 security. There's no way he can lethal me from this range. Boy, howdy, was I wrong. So I swing with the Grace Nova and checked his last 2 security. And then immediately after I did it, I thought, there's no way. I was like, if he can kill me on his next turn, I've lost, and this is my own fault. Well, he ended up milling, getting... I mean, it's Beelzemon. It's a mill deck. It's bound. You're bound to get some good RNG.
Help that you hit a Iron Mako out of security too, right?
I don't think that.
Last 2 checks.
I don't think that mattered.
They got him further into his deck.
Yeah, maybe. He ended up. I don't think it would have mattered. He literally ended up with 1 card in his deck after because he just killed me. He literally milled the rest of his deck at 1 memory. It was crazy. So that one's on me. Right hand up. And then game 2. I started getting a little piece stuck, as Grace tends to do sometimes. I start missing a couple pieces, but I eventually build this. I just start going like, hey, I'm just going balls to the wall. I'm just going to play Chris style. I'm just going to hope for the best when I do stuff. I'm talking about like activating my Tamer effect to tuck stuff under, to Digivolve into something, and then hope the card I draw is what I need. Like I did. I promoted to level 3.
I remember doing that with Grace.
Activated the Tamer with no level 4s in hand, because I have to, because at this point he's just like slowly killing me. And tucking it under, Digivolving to level 3, I'm like, please rip a level 4. And I would be ripping a level 4. I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, this is the kind of luck I need. I end up having this Grace Nova with, I'm not even joking, like 12 cards under it. It's massive, because I'm just been going. I'm just been tucking stuff. I had 3 or 4 No, I think 3 level 3s underneath it, and they're all once per turn different triggers. So I would do it with all of them because again, I'm digging into my deck trying to get to my pieces, and I'm so dumb. I got so greedy. I swing with the Apollomon because at this point I'm so far behind. I'm like, I swing with the Apollomon and I'm so far behind because I'm down like
by any removal.
Exactly, and I'm not thinking. I'm like, hell, let me Digivolve into this Apollomon, and like gain. Even if I do though, if I Digivolve into Grace Nova, which is what I should have done, it would have been suspended. He could still kill me from there. So again, Apollo's got a bunch of security attacks. Let me just do it. I got tunnel vision, Digivolve into it, and then just immediately turn it and go 4 checks at like 1 billion DP. And then it dies on like the very final check, on the 4th check. At that point, I knew I lost. All my pieces were underneath that Grace. Again, another one of my fault.
Delicate Plan.
And then round 4, I do see some Grace decks playing Delicate Plan.
I mean, how much removal is rampant in this format? I mean,
yeah, I would easily cut. I'd easily cut one of the Ukomons for a Delicate Plan because the Ukomons were pointless.
Pointless, yeah. I didn't see the need in the Grace deck. Like, what are you doing?
I didn't.
Putting it in the raising area turn 1 while you set your tamer up?
I think the goal or the idea behind it is Evo into the blue level 3 and raising, and then hard play Ukomon turn 0, and then promote bounce Ukomon after hatching again. Gain 2
so you can recycle it.
Yeah.
It requires seeing it turn 1, though.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if I agree with it, but I think that's their thought process.
If it was the new BT15 Uko, I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yes, because they would search. I agree. And then round 4, I was playing Brandon, who was playing Louis Bond, and
Blue Louis Bond. You got to make sure you
Sean, Brandon. No one expects you're playing red Louis Bond or any other color. Shut up, okay? shut your fat face up, okay? So round 4, I play against Brandon. By the way, that guy who left that comment, change your profile picture. Let's see what your face looks like, buddy. Let's see what it looks like, okay? How are you gonna come? Oh, Brandon, don't shave because you got a fat face, brother. What your picture is just your letter. What you look like? We gotta see. So
don't worry, it didn't actually upset me.
Round gave 4, he was chuckle.
Crying. I did laugh.
I heard him through the walls crying at night as he was beating his wife, saying, "It's your fault they're saying this about me."
Quick cut.
So round 4, I ended up playing against Brandon, and Sean can attest to this. Even after mulliganing, my hand was unplayable. I'm talking game 1. I had 3 of the blue tamers, and then a level 6, and that's it. It's unplayable. That's both games. Literally, the match lasted 3 minutes. I scooped both games super early on because I just couldn't play the game. Anything I put onto the board, he would just bounce back to my hand. So again, there's no point in playing the game. So it's just hey, let me just scoop. I'll get it over with. We'll play test with different decks, and then I end up absolutely destroying him with Shine Greymon. Boom. There we go. That was it. So that was my tournament. Grace was fun. Still not a good deck, but it's fun. When you pop off, and it feels good.
Yeah, it has a very Alter-S-like quality where it's once you hit your boss monster, you're I've done it.
Yeah, but Alter-S feels so much better because that's just such a better boss monster. Yeah. It's Omnimon. That's why it's literally Omnimon.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I think if the Grace Nova deck had reboot, it would feel so much better. But you're just
right.
Agreed.
You're just in such a weird spot once you need to be defensive if you have Grace on the field because you can't be aggressive.
Because you're sitting there, you're in this situation where it's I want to swing with this thing, but if I do, the whole point of this thing having blocker is mute.
Well, here's the thing. It requires if you want it to unsuspend, you have to go Apollo. You have to check all their security. They have to have 2 Digimon on the board because you're popping 1. And then you can go into Diana, strip a source from the other one. So again, that Digimon has to also have sources to unsuspend. But it's just that's so much.
You don't need that to happen. You can just blitz with Apollo and then go into Diana and then DNA into Grace at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah, I forgot DNA restands it. Duh.
Yeah, but Yeah, I think the lacking of
still.
the reboot keyword is really what hurts it.
Yeah, because you want to be able to be aggressive with it, but at the same time, it's just like it's a huge blocker.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I played Yellow Vaccine on Friday. I ended up playing it to get more practice in because I decided, I think on Thursday, either Wednesday or Thursday, testing with Ben, that I was going to play Yellow Vaccine in the Ultimate Cup, so I wanted to get more practice in with it. I took my list that I ended up playing the Ultimate Cup, besides I was playing 2 Emissaries on Friday night, and I switched those out for Wyvern's Breaths for the tournament. If I had played Wyverns over Emissary, I would have done much better because I was put in a bunch of spots where I had Emissary in my hand, and if it would have been a Wyverns, I wouldn't have been in a bad spot. Played against Chris round 1 playing Grace. If just lost my train of thought, dude. Yesterday was so draining. I think my mistake versus him was 1, not playing the Wyvern's Breaths. So I couldn't answer like his dudes once they hit the field because I just couldn't hit that DP threshold without passing turn. And
because Yellow Vaccine gains so much memory that you can Angelomon and Wyverns.
Yeah.
And it's just like that kills it.
But also me promoting first both games was a terrible mistake. I shouldn't have done that because it just let him Apollomon my stack for basically free, and then also get memory back from Ace Overflow, whereas I should have just been responding to everything he did. I was just being impatient. I kind of assumed the matchup was a joke, and that was my downfall. I was just not taking it seriously.
That was my biggest mistake when I played against you that one week when I was playing Melga. I forgot the Apollo just could blanket kill anything. So I was like, yeah, I'll Evo into a level 5 and just leave it there and not... And if I would have just been smart enough to build in the raising area and then respond to you, I think I'd have been fine that game.
Yeah. So Chris ended up taking that 2-0. Round 2, I played against Davis. That match was less than 20 minutes. I won that very quickly. Will actually took his deck apart after the match and didn't play the rest of the tournament because he made changes to it. Because it just wasn't going well for him. I just killed him. He never got a chance to play the game.
Yeah, he was not playing Jedi.
He only had a Dave on the field a couple of times, but anytime he did, I just killed it. Because I built my deck with that deck in mind, as well as like the other tier 1 decks that have been popular during this format. To where like, I'm never going to let you blast Evo against me.
Well, then you ran into Zero.
Zero,
right? Yeah, didn't you didn't run into any Davas during the Ultimate Cup yesterday?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't play any Davas yesterday.
Yeah, none.
Which would have been, I would have loved to have run into a Dava matchup, but instead I played 3 Mirage. God. And
a lot of armors. That's the surprising part.
2 different armor decks. I played almost nothing but blue decks. I think I played 6 blue decks through 8 rounds.
People getting ready for Magna X.
I guess, dude. So I won that 2-0 very quickly. Round 3, I played against Alphamon. Game 1, I just watched Caleb deck himself out. He just
loves doing that. He loves doing that against you.
When Cool Boy's when Cool Boy's on the field, you're not going to not activate it.
It wasn't even Cool Boy. He was just doing all of his combos and drawing cards and tucking the sources and drawing cards and I would out recover his aggression and clear his board, and then he would just do it again and draw cards, and like I was forced to do it, but like I just watched, like it was like he wasn't paying attention to how little his deck was until it was too late, and he just decked himself out. Game 2, I thought I was watching him do the same exact thing. I was like, he's just gonna deck himself out again here. But unfortunately, my deck got low as well, and he was able to Oryukin his cards back. I just had to hope they didn't have his second Oryukin and it was in a security, because he had seen his entire deck at that point, and I'd already outed one of them. But unfortunately, he went into the second one, put cards back in his deck, and I got decked out for the game. Having said that, if I was playing Wyvern's Breaths, I could have outed his stuff a lot easier and would not have had to recover and draw cards from evoing and then recovering in order to clear his stuff. I could have just Wyverns and it would have saved me like several draws. And then we went into time like a few minutes after we started game 3, so that ended up being a draw. And then round 4, I played against Ben playing Beals. I'm X1-1 at this point, and Ben's undefeated, but for some reason I was the only person he could play.
The tiebreakers demanded it. I
Yeah.
think he had already played against Caleb.
Yeah, because when he sat down next to me or in front of me, I was like, "Why are you even playing, Ben? Aren't you undefeated?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay."
All right.
So we had tested this matchup because I requested it earlier this week. So like basically from our testing, he was just raffle stomping me. So I just assumed it was an auto loss. I was just thankful that he would be probably the only person playing Beals in the Ulti Cup, and I would just hopefully dodge him. But I actually won game 1 randomly. He just like couldn't get his stuff online, and I just aggroed him like real fast and just killed him before he had a chance to do anything. Game 2,
all while just talking so much smack to him this entire time. You're forgetting this part. He is talking so much smack. He's like, "Come on, Ben, just play the game. Ben, just promote. Just play your Imps."
Bro,
And Ben's over here struggling so hard.
That better be in the video, dude. That better be in the vlog. You better have that in.
I was trolling Ben, but it was just because I assumed I was losing the match. So like when I won game 1, I just started like just smack talking super hard just because I could, because I assumed he was just gonna win the next 2 games.
How'd that go?
Game 2, I'm fairly certain it went to 3 games. Game 2, he did Beal stuff and killed me, and I was like, okay, shocker. And also, I was basically checked out of the match. Like every time Ben was doing his turns, I was literally looking
over at us
at Chris and Brandon's match and just talking to them. And I was just like, just let me know when it's my turn.
Like I'm over here playing Shine Greymon, and I'm like, "Hey, Sean, what do you think? What are we doing?"
Yeah, I was like helping Chris with his turns. And I'm just like, I'm just assuming you're not cheating me, Ben. Just do you. Let me know when I need to do stuff.
Ben's over here fighting for his life.
And so he attempted to combo me for lethal game 3 and miscalculated. And he really didn't realize he miscalculated until like he had gone past the point of no return. And he was left in a very precarious position because he didn't have a lot of cards left in his deck, and I can recover. So I ended up clearing his board over the course of like 1 or 2 turns and decking him out, which was hilarious. Actually,
just Digivolve and activate your Iron Mako, Ben. Just Digivolve and activate your Iron Mako.
Yeah, so I cleared his board and he didn't have anything to promote, and I choked him to 1 memory. And he was top decking his last card, so like he had no way of playing something and then evoing into it to like keep his deck. So I ended up decking him out, and I won. Very surprised, but it was hilarious to me because he, like I had said, he'd been raffle stomping me with that matchup when we were testing earlier this week. So I ended up going 2-1-1. I have no idea what place that put me, but I ended up spoiling Ben's undefeated night.
You had to get 3rd, right?
You'd have to ask
Probably.
Brandon. I have no idea.
I didn't look at it.
I wasn't registered for the tournament because my app doesn't work.
It had to be Brandon, Ben, you, and then Caleb, right? If Caleb won round 4.
I don't think he did.
Oh my god. Okay, so maybe I got 4th.
Brandon, just look.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's almost like I just said I can look.
Just look for it.
Hey Brandon, check real quick.
Yeah, just open the Bandai app and look to see how we finished.
Oh, I'm gonna see how you finish.
What?
Pause. All right. Yeah. Me, Ben, Sean, Mel, Chris, Caleb,
Mel. Oh.
Yo, I came in 3rd. Let's go. After basically punting to Chris and then
Yeah, 'cause
Drawing
Mel
versus
also had a
Alphamon.
draw. Mel also had a draw.
Alphamon randomly just having DP protection for a turn is really it's really bad for me. Because I literally, every time he evoed into any of his level 5s besides the Greatamon, I had to sit there and stare at it for a turn. Because I was like, I can't do anything to it.
Who the hell drew with Mel? Who?
Tyler, the other Beals player.
What?
Because he's inexperienced. He barely plays the game. And Mel.
Okay, but that means Tyler got a game. Whatever. Okay, whatever.
They could have drawn game 1.
That shows.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
but that shows you.
Still kills.
Yes, I know, but that shows you how bad Bagra is. That he's playing against an inexperienced opponent, knows what his cards do, and Mel knows what his cards do, and he still couldn't kill him.
Or it shows you how good Beals is.
That's also possible.
Plays a bunch of removal, which is really good versus that deck, because when they go into their boss monster, you're just like, okay, kill it.
Kill it. Die. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Brandon was already losing it one turn into the tournament again this week, playing against his nemesis Mel. Because I heard Brandon go, what happens when I do anything?
Oh, I remember hearing him ask that. It's like,
and Mel goes this and this, and Brandon's like, okay, cool. He like promotes and then digivolves, right? And then
does the thing.
Mel detaches a thing and then gains a memory, and Brandon goes, where did you gain that memory from? And Mel goes, from this, and Brandon's like, he goes,
I hate lies by omission. Because that's
obviously he knew what you meant when you were asking, and he's like, I'm just not gonna try.
Sean,
yeah, that is literally cheating.
Yes, that's literally cheating.
You asking him what happens when you do X, and he doesn't tell you the full thing that would happen. Yeah, it's cheating.
It was so funny.
So you're literally trying to shortcut your turn by avoiding reading his cards, and so you're asking him to tell you what they do.
But when we have to play against somebody.
No, I'm not faulting you. I'm just explaining, like, you are trying to speed up the process by avoiding having to read all of his cards and just asking him to tell you what they do, and he just doesn't tell you what they do.
Paragraphs.
Yeah. I gotta say this, Brandon. But at this point, he's played this deck for like weeks straight. You should just assume that's what that happens. Because whenever I play against him, I know
what happens with the Tamer.
I just assume.
I know what happens with the Tamer. And I know there's one card that I guess has like an inheritable. When it gets trashed, you gain a memory.
It's multiple cards.
Yeah, there's multiple of them.
And it doesn't matter how they get trashed. If it's on your opponent's turn by an effect, so like if you Zudo or Sora and Joe, they still get the same effect.
Yeah. Again, the problem being, I asked, and I was not told. And like, I don't think the play changes. I think I still do what I did, but
yeah, it's just a fact. It's just a fact.
Yeah,
but I literally saw Brandon. He was about to go off. And he was
the hand clenched.
His voice goes, "How did you do that?"
No, I literally said, "How? What gained you the memory?"
Yeah, what gained you the memory?
Because I asked. I hate it. But yeah, so I ended up winning that game. By the way, shocker. The only reason I lost, I think, game 2 was because I bricked. Shocker. Somehow can't escape that. Always bricking with this deck for some reason. But it is what it is. Then round 2, I got paired against Ben. And we went 2-1, or 1-2, I guess, because I did lose. So the aggro strat game 1 really came in clutch. Melga, BT15 Melga, is super good in that matchup because he has to expend multiple resources to kill it. Because if I can just evade, and like, what is he gonna do? Blow a 7th on it? Like, no.
No, Ben hates doing that if your boss monster either floats or protects itself.
Yeah, so he's gonna focus on his own strat and not worry about my body on the board. But at the same time, my body on the board said, "Hey, your Makos can't suspend. Sorry, bruv."
Yeah.
So, good stuff. Game, I want to say it was 3. No, game 2. Game 2, he just waffle stomped. Like, I think I hit a piece of removal out of security and it ruined my whole turn. Like, I knew it was like, this is possible. He plays a lot, but you know, we're both playing aggro decks. I just have to go for it.
Mhm.
So, I go for it. I hit the removal. I lose the game. Feels bad. Ben is a smart player. Instead of outing the standing boss or the standing Melga, he outs the standing Gabumon, who was ready to become a Bond and Bond for game because he's smart. He knows what he's doing. So, game 3. I love torturing myself. All I needed was literally any level 3. Any level 3 in my deck. Whether it was Uko, a Gabumon, any of them. Because I have the Louis in hand, he has 1 security, and I would have enough memory to Louis into hybrid. So it was uninteractable, he couldn't have stopped it. It would have just been game. But I didn't have the level 3. Feels bad. If I would have seen a Gabumon, like, after I activated that second training to go to 0, I could have promoted and Melga'd his board, which I don't think saves me in the end, but it, like, maybe would have delayed him a turn, because I probably would have stunned 1 Iron Mako and then his 2 bodies on the board. Just make sure he couldn't swing that turn.
No, he had 0 security and a blocker. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, he didn't have a blocker. He had the wizard, and I knew he was holding the Myotis Ace.
No, he evoed into the wizard and gained blocker.
Yeah,
it was something like that. You might be right.
I'm with Sean. I remember him having a blocker currently on field
because he tucked the X antibody and evoed into the wizard X and gained blocker. And I think he went up into a Beals, but it had blocker.
Yeah. So, irregardless, all I needed was a level 3, but unfortunately didn't see it. So, I end up, like, passing turn by doing something, and Sean will probably keep the footage because it's hilarious. I literally go, here it is, and revealed the next card of my deck, and it was the level 3.
I told you shouldn't have done that. It was only going to make you mad.
Yeah, so I torture myself by doing stuff like that. And then I revealed, like, the next 5 cards, and they were all level 3s. And I was just like, yeah, all right, makes sense.
You whiffed on a rookie for, like, 2 turns, I think.
Yeah. If I would have just had a level 3 in Raising, I'd take that game. But, what are you going to do? Sometimes stuff like that happens. It is what it is. And then I got my immediate run back, because I played against Tyler again, who we said was playing Beelzemon. So I went back-to-back Beelzemon games, and I 2-0'd him. This time I focused way more on the Melga. Every time I had it, I just evoed into it, because you can't out it. And I get to stun all your stuff, and it swings multiple times. So I literally had 2 Melgas out, and I was just like...
You also played against a much less experienced player.
Yeah. So, 2-0. Easy. Then Chris. Yeah, and again, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You just win if your opponent doesn't get to play. Like, I mean, what are you going to do? When your Digimon literally swings for all of his security.
Free.
It's just free. It's free real estate.
Free.
He ruined the content, though, because he scooped. Like, come on, man.
There's no content. It was long enough to be a YouTube short.
Exactly.
I haven't even looked at Brandon's matches yet. I'm curious how long the video actually is. Yeah, so thanks to me, Brandon came in first.
Thanks to both of you. Don't sell yourself short, guys. Chris bricking and you beating Ben meant I got first place. So,
also Chris beating me, because if I beat Chris and I go XO1, I come in first.
I'm pretty sure I have an awful matchup going into Yellow Vaccine, too.
Yeah, based on my experience yesterday playing against Gabumon, yeah, it's terrible for you.
Because you just hit Venus in Ruin mode, and I just go, all right, bro, it's all you.
That combined with the fact that I can kill anything you leave on your field, because nothing's ever too big for me to kill, and I can out recover any aggression. Yeah. Like, I ran the dude that I played against yesterday in the tournament. I ran him out of Tamas, I think, both games.
Jeez. See, that's something you have to be very careful in that matchup specifically, is not to be promoting as often as you can. I think you have to almost treat it almost like a pseudo security control type game.
Yeah,
where you're being as aggressive as possible and forcing them to use all their removal and stuff.
Yeah, the issue is my removal is bodies. So if you let it keep happening, I'm just going to kill you.
And the problem is also, sure, if you, let's say Magna Ace, and I bounce it back to your hand, great. Good for me, I guess. I'm just going to get Magna Ace again.
Yeah.
That
did happen, yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago when I played the Davis deck and I was playing against Security Control, I was like, a Zulong Mung is dead in this deck or in this matchup. Like, what am I supposed to do? Here you go. Here's your Magnamon back. There you go, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, you gonna play that again? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels bad. I definitely, if you would have been the person I played against in round 4 or 3, I think were the 2 chances we could have played against each other, I'd have been screwed. 100%.
I agree. It's a really bad matchup for you.
Yeah. Which really sucks because I know that's basically going forward what the Magna X deck is going to be. It's basically just the vaccine Magna X deck.
I think the best version is. I think people are going to play it in other decks, but the best version, in my opinion, is going to be the vaccine build.
Yeah. Because I'm still trying to think of what I want to play in that format. And man, dude, this upcoming set doesn't have much for me.
I already know what I'm building now.
Yeah. Chris,
Green is on the come up. We'll play Tyrant because Tyrant, it looks like a dumb fun deck.
Nice. I might try a red hybrid again.
I need to find I need to find one more Kawagamon.
I mean, me and Sean were talking about ways to like deal with the Magna X. This is like wildly off topic, but who cares? It's pretty topical. We're about to get this format. And just unblockable stuff. Raid, unblockable, and
Pray they break.
Yeah, they break. You just like, because if you're not playing a deck that can naturally like swing over it like that, you kind of just have to ignore it. It feels super bad, but you just have to ignore it and power through it.
Yeah, that's the problem if you're playing against the yellow vaccine version is you're not going to be able to out aggro them.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you're playing red hybrid, I would have like 2 recommendations. Number 1 is more copies of original Emperor Greymon, because you're going to have to try to force them to block, and then you get to restand and swing again, and you're already going to be like super dummy thick. And the BT12 one is going to be relatively useless in that matchup because you're not going to be able to blow up the Magna X.
Mm-hmm.
So his effect is kind of useless. And legitimately, blue plugin. That's a good card. Like, if you just tech it into any decks, you can just become unblockable and just try to get in there. The problem is if you don't see it, it's almost impossible because he's going to be able to double block. You block the first attack. All right, cool. Second attack goes through. Okay, he unsuspends. Sorry, I have another block coming now.
You also have to have enough memory to be able to use it and also go into a boss monster.
Yep.
Yeah, there are big issues getting around it.
Digivolving it.
It's unaffected.
Well, I mean, it's got to be like on a turn where
it's never gonna be. If you're playing against the yellow vaccine version, it's never gonna be.
Yeah, it's never not gonna be
because they're gonna start their turn, and it's just gonna be like, all right, promote Patamon. All right, he's unaffected. Sorry, bro. Like the only game it will be affected by stuff, right, is if you're playing against its native deck, the armor deck. Because they have to swing with it.
Yeah.
And only then is it susceptible to being hit. Like Vikemon, Loki is actually kind of good because Vikemon can blast Evo and de-digivolve it.
So you're telling me even if the Patamon comes out and does it, it's even if it's not on the board,
gets touched.
Even if it's not on the board, it's just like hey, like if either security's been touched at all at any point, it's unaffected.
No, the Magnamon's already on the field.
See it. Yeah,
okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm talking. Brandon said, "Oh, if you promote the Patamon," I'm like, Jesus,
he's already on the field.
Yeah, he's saying you start your turn. Okay. Magnex is still in the field. He's immune.
Yeah. It would have to be on a turn where
it's not going to happen.
But it's never. It's
activate TK, grab a card out of security, immediately immune. Activate emissary, Evo out of security, immediately immune.
I have Kari on the board, and this is super suboptimal, by the way. This isn't Brandon's optimal stuff. Have a Kari on the board. Hard play Magna Anja. Tap Kari, keep turn.
I'm glad you said that this time because me and Brandon had a real fiery discussion because he kept saying Magna, and I'm like, why are you hard playing the Magna?
Yeah.
Why are you hard playing it?
Also, it would have to be Anjawomon because Magna just recovers. Anjawomon actually gets rid of a security.
Yeah.
Well, does it have to get rid of security, or is it just interact with security?
It's when a security is removed.
Removed? Okay, yeah. So Anjawomon, my bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very, very easy to proc that every single turn in Yellow Vaccine. That's why I think it's going to be the best build.
Also,
you can strip its sources, right?
No. You cannot.
No.
If it's unaffected,
God, I love it. I
No.
love these. Oh, you can still do this. Nope.
No, because I'm trying to think of all the
D-Reaper all
different
over
It's
things.
literally Mother D Reaper
Raid.
all over again.
yeah, raid,
Oh,
unblockable.
Sean, is that true what they were saying on the Dava's video, the comments, where people were saying he wasn't allowed to tuck until I'm on under Mother D Reaper?
Yeah, I had just forgotten that because it's been so long since D Reaper was meta
Yeah.
to where it's like never
you
it hasn't
can't-
been
it's not a
relevant. So I
valid
just
target.
forgot.
Okay.
It's just because you're affecting the mother.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those people out there who do plan on playing just armor as a deck, I just recommend a couple blinding rays.
I think
way
that's
you
what a
can just-
lot of them are
They
doing.
do. Yeah. That's what they play.
It's like one of your best options because it's not going to be as consistent as the vaccine variant. But if you just need to turn it on real quick before you go do anything else,
I
that
can't
turn,
wait to bully those players with the vaccine version. Like, look what they have to use to mimic a fraction of our power. Blinding
The
ray.
Omni-Man.
I'm trying to think of what would they hit outside the Magna?
Magna X. There's nothing else to hit.
Magnex.
No,
Yeah.
outside. I know, but I'm thinking about like
There
card
isn't. The answer to your
companies.
question is
There
Magna
isn't.
X. There's nothing else you can hit.
Now, they could hit
Patamon,
with
No.
Patamon,
No.
Patamon,
The answer to your
TK,
question is Magna
and
X.
Angela.
No.
Patamon, TK,
No.
and Angelomon all the one.
No. That wouldn't
No.
even help. You could still
I know.
play Magna X and Vaccine and not even miss those cards.
So the stupid thing is they could theoretically do one of those if A, then you can't play B kind of situations, but that's a lot of if A's. And that's like you can't put TK, you can't put Emissary, you can't put this, you can't put that.
I mean, they might as well say if you're playing Magna X, no.
No.
So this card
the
was
thing is-
dead. This card was dead on arrival in Japan because of Apocalypse, right?
Yeah, because
you
it
just build
does.
their deck out.
Yeah, it does take you a couple of turns to get into it usually, unless you high roll, and then also they would just deck you out and they would just ignore the Magna.
Yeah,
What's
they don't care.
Japan? What's Japan even doing right now? Is Magnax running it over there?
No. Red Hybrid's taking a Storm again. Numa is still taking Storm.
How is Numa any good into that deck? Do they just kill them before they can establish it?
Yeah, I mean, you have like a million bodies that all float
Yeah.
into each other. Sure, you can
Okay.
block twice, but at the same time, like, all right, cool, you blocked it. All right, I got another one now. Thanks.
Yeah.
I think you just out aggro them. Also, your early aggression is super good.
Yeah,
Maybe you just turn it into poop before it's invulnerable.
it's never gonna not be invulnerable on your turn.
Turn it into poop.
I will literally personally never let that happen. I made that mistake one time in testing versus Ben, and I got hardcore punished because I was just like,
Hard
he's not
punish.
gonna do anything to it.
And you're just like, okay, I guess.
I
this is the
literally
only time he's
could
ever
have
gonna
done
fucking
it.
try.
I could have done it, but I got greedy and I was like, I won't waste it.
I think that's why Tyrant has a good matchup into it, because you just force them to have to attack into it, and
The
Tyrant
redirect.
gets like massive.
See, immune to DP reduction.
Tyrant?
Isn't the Kabuteri
No.
line like if it's suspended, you are immune to like?
Oh, that's yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, Tyrant is. Yes.
I mean, you could probably Wyverns it.
I'd have to reread the card, but I'm pretty sure.
'Cause I'm pretty sure it's immune to like Digimon effects or something. I might be talking out my bum for all I know, but
Yeah, I don't remember because
Yeah.
it's a green card.
agreed. And we also haven't done our set recap, so
Review. Yeah.
whatever.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah, I think not next week, but the week after is pre-release, right?
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
do need to do it next week.
It's got, like, the-
review.
It's got the Leopard X effect where you can like play a card for free from your hand with like 8 reduced costs or something like that.
Yeah.
He is immune to Digimon effects specifically.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So Wyvern's Breath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wyvern.
Wyverns. I mean, yeah.
Or actually, you can just Heaven's Judgment with a Magnex on the field, and it's like super
yeah, it's
duper
Yeah,
good.
Super
Heaven's Judgment. Throw your Wyvern's breaths away, Sean. It's Heaven's Judgments.
I
from
agree
now
with you.
on.
Once we get Magna X, yeah, Yellow Vaccine will just be playing
Yo.
HJs all day because you're just like, hey, minus 24,000 DP.
All right,
I'm
Chris,
telling
here we
you,
go.
that's always been one of my favorite option cards. You know, I want to put it in everything if I
It's
could.
really good. The only reason I'm not playing it is for the reasons I've already explained. But
Yeah,
once we get
you
Magna
wouldn't get-
X, they're not going to be able to deal with Magna X if I know it's going to be on the field.
Right.
All right, Chris, hear me out. You need
No.
to do this. You need to do this exact thing. All right.
Okay.
You need to Evo into the Tyrant Kabu. Keep
Yep.
turn somehow.
HPD.
Right. Perfect. You have HPD. You kept turn.
Look
He's
at
on the board.
Sean.
Hmm. Here's HPD. Panic.
Such a stupid card, dude.
Fair and balanced.
He
Fair
said
and
that he's
balanced.
literally going, I'm going to build a body that you can never interact with.
Yeah.
Don't
Right,
hate the
here we
player,
go.
dude. Hate the game. Blame Bandai for
Hate the
printing
game,
Magna
yeah.
X.
Okay, what about HPD?
Yeah, so anyway, you go
Yeah,
into the
exactly.
Tyrant, right? You go into the Tyrant, and then use a
Yep.
nifty little card from a set called EX1 called Emergency Program Shutdown, where your
no.
opponent can't use option cards.
Where's your white source?
Probably a Cool Boy. I don't know.
What?
No, because Tyrant's not a... You don't have an X antibody line for them yet. Analog Youth, I guess. I don't know.
If you
There
waste your
isn't-
turn paying 3 memory for emergency program shutdown, I will thank you.
I mean, if you already have your memory setter and you're at 0, I mean, it's basically free.
I
Yeah,
don't think that's how
basically
math
free.
works, but okay. All right, next topic. We're going to move to top 16 deck list. Let me just figure out how to do this yet again.
I mean, I guess you could play. I think his name is Shivamon. I think if,
You
if
do.
he's suspended, they can't activate options or something like that.
Yeah, you just play-
yes.
You just play Shivamon it. Also, he's your third level 6.
That sounds bad.
You play Tyrant, you play the Mega Kabuterimon Ace, and you play the Shiva.
That sounds #bad.
You can play it for like 4 memory off the Tyrant's effect.
Is it already
And it comes-
suspended?
Yeah, it comes out suspended, I think. I could be
That
wrong.
sounds wrong.
I'd have to go back and read. Like I said, I was just looking at the cards. I still gotta go over
I'm
everything.
looking forward to our set review next week. All right. We have one top 16 to look at from last week or this past
It's
week.
like a whole lot of Mirage.
Yeah, Attack Games Oceana online regionals. It is 5 Mirage, 2 Numemon, 2 Red Hybrid, 2 Armor, 1 Luga, 1 Deva, 1 Belfi, random, 1 Security Control, 1 Shine Greymon. Mirage ended up coming in first. I like that the Shine Greymon player's name is Marcus.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
16th
makes sense.
place.
It's canon.
Yeah,
It's a canon event.
it is, dude. All right.
Damn, 4 of those Geos?
Interesting.
Man, I am mad behind. I actually can't even see the stream.
Oh,
Dang, Brandon.
sucks
Get it
for you.
together.
Yeah.
This is a pretty interesting build. The fact that he's only playing 3 BT12 and
Yeah.
2
There we go.
BT13 is kind of an odd ratio.
Yeah, because what does the BT12 do?
The
Makes
That's
it
the
BT12
main
is
one, right?
the BT12 is the kill one.
Yeah.
The BT13
yeah, I think that one.
gives you blocker, and it also will turn one of your Marcuses into Digimon. This ratio is also interesting to me. Two physicals, 2 Redmond boost, 4 offense. And a lot of your cards are not yellow too. There's 6,
Playing 6 training.
10. Yeah, there's 10 cards in your deck that the physical trainings can't even search.
Bro, he just high rolled all day.
That's
I
what
mean,
I would
that's kind of what that
assume.
deck does.
Yeah, it's interesting ratios. I'm curious.
10 rookies.
Yeah, that's about normal, especially if you're playing like this many search cards.
Yeah, all those.
Yeah, 10, 9, 7 ultimates, 5, 3. Yeah, the deck space is pretty tight once you start adding in search options.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations to Marcus. Stupid ads. Then we have 15th place Security Control with Andrew L. Let's see what his Tamas are. 4 Mothers, How interesting.
Okay.
He's playing Emergency Protocol.
That's not emergency
Isn't that-
program shutdown.
Oh, that's.
It's X
Oh,
program.
what is that? It's X program.
Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah, delete one Digimon without X antibody in its trait. If there are 3 or more Digimon in play, delete all Digimon without X antibody trait instead. It's a pretty good board wipe option.
Is he playing the Turimon? Is that the one with Alliance?
No, this is
The
the
bunny?
level 4. It does have Alliance.
Yeah,
He's just Alliance swing with Draper.
Oh
He's
my
Alliance
god,
in with
he's
Mother. Oh, and he's also playing the Gatekeepers. I didn't even realize that.
Gatekeeper is still very good if you think about it.
It is against certain matchups. The game literally ends if it hits the field.
Yes.
Well, no, because I mean, can't you not get the negative security unless you have a Mother D Reaper with a bunch of sources?
Read Gatekeeper.
Because I'm pretty sure you have to have sources on your
6
Mother.
or more
to have
sources.
the
You are
negative.
correct, Brandon. I'm sorry. So this is just a recovery card.
6 is nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit it out of security.
Yeah, but you're not going to get sources under your Mother. You have to play searchers.
right. You gotta play the searcher.
The thing is also, like, it's just a guy who comes out of security as a 10k beat stick, right?
Yeah.
Can they attack?
So I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I can't remember.
You just never attacked with it in the actual deck because you never had to.
Yeah,
Brother,
true.
I remember that format. If your opponent had 2 gatekeepers out on the board, it's Jover.
Yeah,
Especially if you're playing a deck that only has level-based removal.
Yeah, if you only have level-based removal, you literally can't do anything. You're just like, okay, cool. I guess I can't kill you anymore.
Yeah, Melga and Ulforce felt real bad.
Also, purple decks.
And purple decks, yeah, felt real bad.
Yep. You deserve all the bad things. I guess this is for Floodgates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
This is an interesting deck. This is pretty unique from what we've seen. Yeah, well, got him 15th place, so congratulations. 14th place, Hayden with Nume.
Purple.
This is incorrect. It's supposed to be 14th. Yeah, purple based. Getting more and more popular. I'm curious how many times he bricked on defeats. That's the reason why I don't like the purple base. One of the reasons.
Yeah, because you can't even digivolve into it on this deck, can you?
You can evo it on top of your platinums, but then you lose platinums for effect.
Yeah, I was about to say, right. I mean, I guess evoing into it isn't the worst if you have to like pop a tamer.
It's not the end of the world, but like there aren't too many tamer reliant decks where like you need to get their tamer off the field.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if you're playing this red hybrid, it's just like a hey, screw you, man.
Yeah, but like red hybrid's not even that.
BT7 to Kuya out of here.
Yeah. I'd rather have my Nume float into a Monze that then gains memory and steals turn.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, congratulations. Then we have Daniel with Armor. I'm assuming this is Magnamon. 13th place. Yes. Relatively standard. The one random Magnamon.
I mean, why not, right? It's the ace one.
Yeah, you can blast Evo on one of these. You can also Evo your Magna X if you need to on top of it.
Yep. Is that one awaken? Yeah, it's one awakening.
Yeah, one awakening, 2 HJs, 2 fire rockets.
Yeah, I mean, seems like a good list.
Yeah, seems solid.
Yeah, I mean, looks good.
Then Ethan, random Belfie, 12th place. We got here anything odd?
This is like OG Belfimon list.
I mean, he is playing 3 Emperor.
Dog, 3 Emperor, 4 Analog.
Ukos,
brother,
well.
Look at his egg list. What is that's
Yeah,
wild.
3 by 2.
I actually like the new Demimera because like you need the rage mode and trash.
Right. Yep.
But like then you don't need this one.
Yeah. Like why not max out on one and then just play one of the other?
Yeah. The odd egg ratios like this make me wonder what their thought process was.
Is that Octomon? Because Octomon makes you play both players play one, right?
No.
No. What is the point of the Octomon then?
I don't know. I mean, I guess to put a token on your opponent's field. I wonder if this was to put something on his field so he could blow it up to unsuspend.
Oh, that's possible.
Maybe. I mean, does it need to blow up something to unsuspend? I don't remember.
Yeah, delete something to unsuspend at end of attack.
Okay. Maybe.
So weird. Yeah.
He was catching everyone off guards with this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm curious
People
how this
just
matchup
forgot
would
how
have
to play
gone
the
for me.
Delphi matchup, and we're like,
That might have been kind of rough for me. I'm not sure.
I was gonna say because he has like deck recovery because of the what are they called, the gizmos or whatever.
Oh yeah, those guys
Yeah,
can
so
keep putting cards underneath, so it's hard to deck them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we have 11th place Deva, Sai, I think is how you say that. Let's see what we got here. This dude is playing Digimon. Rip.
Ew.
Yeah,
ew.
gross.
Two of them too.
Yeah, 2 and only 1 Turt.
Ew.
2 Mega Gargo, 2 Death X. I agree. I think this is funny enough. This is like the one matchup where Death X doesn't really accomplish a lot.
No, yeah.
Because like you're probably never gonna play it unless like you've already lost the game and it doesn't do anything to their board until the end of their next turn. Yeah, relatively standard. Congratulations.
Yeah, that is a Deva deck.
It do be Davis. Alex with Red Hybrid coming in 10th. So we got here.
I mean, it's going to be a red hybrid deck. Yeah.
What you doing over there, dog?
I mean,
it's coming up. I'm sorry.
And we got 5 Tamos with 4 Ukos. I agree.
Yeah,
Smart.
It's like Mirage. It's pretty just standardized at this point.
Mm-hmm. He's playing one of BT7. He just wants to see his stuff. This looks like just I want to see the things I want to see. Like he's just playing.
Yeah. Maxing it on Crimson.
Uh-huh.
It's this and this deck. You can tell they've figured it out because it's only ever going to be like the 2 rows of cards.
It's the same deck every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
You could say the same with Mirage, but Mirage plays like a couple random like 2 ofs in the deck,
Yeah.
and this deck just doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they can also play like a different Mirage if they feel like it. With Emperor, it's like you're usually just only playing the one, or you're maybe playing another extra copy.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we have our first Mirage sighting, 9th place Dane.
Do we even need to look at it?
Yeah, honestly.
It's look, it's Mirage.
Yep. It's a Mirage deck. Shocker. He's playing 2 Gomas.
What? 2 Goma? This guy is wild.
No, we had Gomas last time. Remember the guy who was not
Yes.
playing the jamming level 3
Mm-hmm.
also played the Goma.
Yep. That's a Mirage deck. Congratulations. Then we have another Mirage. I don't want to try to say your name. 8th place. I don't want to.
Remember when they limited that one of in Mirage and everyone thought, oh, this deck's dead.
Yeah, and they were like, "What is put
Little
other
did they
stuff
know.
in there?" Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
They just have Pseudo Ace just standing there like, all right, I guess it's my time.
Yep.
This is almost the same.
Yep. It's a Mirage deck. Congratulations. So the only matchup I played more than once yesterday was Mirage, and I played 3 of them.
Oh yeah, we didn't go over your Ulti Cup results, did we?
Yeah, I figured if people are interested in my matchups, they can watch my deck profile that I posted Sunday, which is the day we're recording this. But
Yeah.
this isn't.
All right,
going
go
up
check
today.
that out, guys.
Yeah,
You'll
it
see
has
his matchup.
it has my matchups and me going over them at the end of the video.
Cheap plug.
Yeah. Then we have.
If Sean was a good YouTuber, he'd even have a little pop up right here.
I guess I'm not a good YouTuber. 7th place Mirage Galgamon.
What? Crazy.
3 Tamas. Tamas.
Look at his removal.
3 Tamas. This guy's
Hey.
Playing the
wild.
one full metal.
I checked a Full
And
Metal
one
Blaze
full
out of someone's security yesterday. I can't remember who it was though because I played 6 blue players. But I remember like not just having it activated, but checking it out of security. I don't think it ended up mattering because I was so far ahead, but it did clear like 3 of my bodies.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, it bounces 2 level 4 or lowers, and then bot decks level 6 or
Yeah,
higher.
I had like 6 dudes on the field. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was like, you still lose.
Take your pity lap,
the
I
token
guess.
Hammer Spark. Bro's not playing Ice Wall, but he will fit in one Hammer Spark.
He will find room for that hammer spark.
Also,
When you have to post your deck list and you can't find your ice wall.
oh yeah. So, Mirage players like this, I would feast on with Yellow Vaccine because they would run out of Tama very quickly, and once that happens, the game's over.
Game's over. Yeah, that's why I stopped playing only 3.
Yep.
I haven't moved up to 4 in Melga.
Congratulations. Then we have. Is this one we just looked at?
I don't know.
Is this it?
There's so many Mirage. I'm
Okay, sorry, I didn't say his name. 7th place, Nicholas. 6th place, Armor with or 6th place, Sam with Armor. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's Magnamon Armor. Yeah, looks about the same. Oh, he's playing Megadeth.
Yeah, I've seen this list running around too, where it's more of a control style build where they're playing the Megadeths and the Lydramons, because the Lydramon can suspend Digimon and stuff like that, and it's like a cheaper Evo. So I've seen this list running around as well. Like, there's 2 versions, because you notice how he's not playing Ukamon or Louis.
Yeah, he's also not playing any Awakenings.
Yeah, the one Rush style deck plays Louis, Uko's Awakening, and then this version plays a little bit more removal, and the Lydramons.
I mean, a little more removal, he says, as there's only 2 Heaven's Judgment and the 2 Megadeth.
I mean, yeah, but like that's just how I've seen the 2 lists built.
And the token Death X.
Yeah.
I got Death X for free yesterday, and it didn't matter.
Dang.
That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, I think it was against. It might have been against the Gabubon player. I can't remember. Like I said, it was 6 blue players. 5th place, Lugamon, Alex. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the level 3 lineup is different.
I guess
he's not playing the Uber.
Because Leviamon's on a deck. Yeah, that's what he thought.
I mean, that's what I say. It's not something you're going to see at the top tables, just because it doesn't have a lot of representation.
You basically, if you just dodge it round 1 and 2, you're probably never seeing it.
Yeah.
What is that a 1 of next to the AG? What is that?
Oh, the Rivals.
Rivals Barrage.
Rivals? Oh, he's just playing 1 Rivals Barrage?
Hey, 1 token removal. Never know.
There's nothing in this deck.
In case for 3 Hell Lugers aren't enough.
There's nothing in this deck that mills. He's literally just playing it for removal.
Yep. Well, on top of that, like, I don't think the deck should mill. I don't think you want to play random milling.
I don't think it should either. I'm just surprised that
about it.
Yeah, because typically you see this in decks that also mill.
No, you know what happened was he threw together his deck, and then he was fanning it out, and he took the picture, and he's counting. He goes, "Oh shoot, only 49 cards.
Where's my Death X?
I gotta find one more. Yeah, I gotta find one more.
Ruin Mode or my Death X."
I wonder if this is just a random out to Fanglong, in case it hits. Because nothing else.
In case you don't kill him fast enough.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. And then we have this person with Red Hybrid, 4th place. Let's take a look here. Is that a Red Hybrid deck?
Yep.
It is Red
5
Hybrid.
5 Thomas as well.
Yep. They're playing Gatsumons.
He is playing Trident Gaia, probably a Fang.
Token out to Fang.
The Gatsus, yeah. Crimson. 2 Grav Crush, yeah, pretty standard.
Yep. Congratulations. Then we have Alex with the Numemon in or 2nd place. Almost said 3rd. Black Base, let's go.
Let's go.
Not playing the Cool Boy or Agu X, but still Black Base is superior.
I love how they have to resort to just playing the Pillowmon, because Black just doesn't have that card because they hate Black.
They hate other colors too. There's only 3 colors that have that Digimon.
Sean, black doesn't have a level 5 ace card. They hate black the most.
I mean, you're not wrong. Black is definitely the worst color.
He is definitely the adopted, abused child.
Look what it took for and I'm putting quotes up, black deck to do anything. It's mostly yellow.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't call this a black deck. Like, sure.
No, I know. I agree, but people go, look, black's finally topping, and it's just like, it's mostly yellow.
it's not really black.
I mean, yeah, your best top end cards are yellow.
Yeah. So this is for the mirror, but also it's really good versus Mirage. Every Mirage opponent I had yesterday was very sad every time I evoed into a Venus.
Yep, just Jover for your turn. Sorry, bro. Yep.
I guess we get to play the game next turn.
Oh, wait, I did it again.
And I did it again.
Spears.
Oops.
It'll be a real shame if
again.
It'd be a real shame if I did it again.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if I ruined Moju. Then we have first place, Joseph with, hey, look, it's Mirage.
Are you sure you didn't just open up one of the other decks?
I'm not 100%.
Ah, okay.
No, this guy's playing Ice Wall instead of the token hammer.
He found his Ice Wall.
This guy found his Ice Wall in his bulk.
That's the big difference. Was those 2 Mirage players ended up pairing up, but one player drew their Hammer Spark and this player drew his Ice Wall.
And he was like, haha, because of that, you cannot OTK me.
Yep. I think, congratulations on your win, Joseph. I think what we're seeing here is a function of the format. Mirage is really good into basically everything besides
everything.
Like lists that have heavy removal where you might check a bunch of options in their security, or decks that have access to like Venusmon and stuff. Yeah. So it's just seeing a bunch of representation, and obviously it's going to get like half the top spots if it's like half the tournament.
Chris, all right, you play the deck in this format.
You've played the deck more. Oh, no, okay, different deck.
Shut up. Let me finish.
Okay.
You have played Machine Dramon the most. How do you think Machine Dramon does in this format?
It's just too slow.
Infinitely.
Like, if you can set up the proper stack though, like
that is a big if, my dude.
Yeah, you can the problem with it is people are playing all the new stuff in it because again they're new cards, so they must be good.
They must be good.
They have to be better than new.
It just doesn't work with what the deck wants to do because you have to play so many level 5s and they all have to be different.
Yeah.
The deck's already super tight. Like I want to fit in more level 3s and level 4s because it's just a stack deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a stack deck where you're just trying to build up into your one little stack and you're trying to do it. And the problem is you can't get enough memory to play the newer cards the way you want to. Sure, I could play the 3-cost option card and then reduce the cost it would be to play the Machine Dramons, but it's just like, okay, you're still having to fill your trash or dump your entire hand into one Machine Dramon. It's just too slow for the format right now, in my opinion. If it was like a tad slower, I think it would still be okay, because once you get Machine Dramon out with the right cards underneath it, it is very tough to get rid of, especially if you also have analog mans.
What matchup do you have that is bad? Sean, don't forget, we're about to go straight into reviews.
I know. I realized it as soon as I turned it off.
Like, I saw you kept it up, and I was like, okay, cool.
And then I turned it off, and then I immediately remembered.
I don't think it has poor matchups against anything.
Just a problem of speed.
Except itself. Yeah. Machine Dramon is its own worst,
enemy,
yeah.
I think you have a good matchup going into Mirage. They can't bounce you. They can't swing over it. You have a good matchup against a Nume, right? I mean, no, because they could de-evo you, can't they?
Yeah, Numamon can the War Monzu can de-evo it.
Because you don't really fear DP neg because of your EX1 Machine Dramon.
Yeah.
You have to see it though, and you probably don't play 4.
Yeah,
I don't know.
most
Going
of
with this format where everybody's playing DP neg stuff, like
most
Heaven's Judgment and
players.
stuff like that. Wyvern.
Yeah, but what are you gonna cut for it? Like you can cut you don't want to cut the Chaos Dramon or the Chaos X because those are your two best cards.
You're not cutting the other
And
Machine Dramon because he's way too good.
yeah, he's a searcher. He fills up your trash. He adds one. You know, like, and dude. If you go into that one and then go into Chaos, that's the nuts.
The nuts.
The nuts.
The literal nuts.
I've still got the deck built. I can still bring it. I mean, I'll bring it next week. The problem is just bricking. Like there are just games where it's just gonna be like, oh, I just can't play.
Or you just get paired up against that one dude playing Melga.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
suddenly
you know.
like, oh yeah, sorry. I guess you lose.
Melga's a pretty bad matchup.
But I mean, because of Mirage, I feel like it's just never going to see any representation right now.
Yeah.
Dog.
That is what Mirage is.
Yeah, I kept telling Ben what my matchups were yesterday. He's like, keep killing them dogs.
Ah, dang, Ben,
It's
didn't realize you hated dogs.
That's it. Just goes to show you how crazy card games are. Because Ben, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when like X won and got 13th place with Beelzemon, and then brings it yesterday and goes X2 drop.
I will say, something he did was he actually changed his deck list.
Yes.
And I said you probably shouldn't do that, but he was having a poor night RNG wise, even though he went X1 at locals. And so it drove him to change his deck list, and
Regret.
yeah. Hey, the literal only thing he did was he cut a 1 Myotismon for a 4th Balmon. But I think if you're gonna play Myotismon in a deck that struggles to search it in the first place, you need to be playing at least 2.
Just increase your chances of seeing it.
Yeah, because if you mill an Iron Mako and you just can hard play Myotismon and play your Iron Mako, like that sets you up so much.
Yeah, you're basically ready for your next turn. Unless they out the Myotis, it's like you're always threatening a Beals.
Well, even if they out the Myotis, you don't care. You got the value out of the
yeah, you got the
Iron
value. But I'm
Mako.
saying, like, if they don't,
Yeah,
Beals.
So I need to go back to 27th.
26th, I believe, because I don't think we got to Tortomon.
I'll take your word for it.
Actually, we might have.
Okay, you're a liar. You're a filthy liar.
I think we're on Sparrow.
Dirty liar.
I don't believe you anymore. So
Yeah, we're on Sparrow.
We saw
427.
Eisman. Yeah, we saw Torto.
Yeah, we saw the turtle.
Did we
Yeah,
see-
because I scrolled down and saw the potato dude, the Jaga, and I was like, no, yeah, we talked about him.
Yeah.
Sparrow.
All right, weekly reveals. Sparamon from EX751. Digivolves for 2. I'm sorry. Evos for 0 on top of level 2 or 3 Musketeers in text. Interesting. Starting your main phase by placing 1 option card with the 3 Musketeers trait from your hand or trash as the bottom source card of one of your Digimon. Draw 1 Inheritables Retowel.
Huh, okay. I mean,
Interesting.
Interesting.
I know a lot of people were getting upsetty spaghetti about the new
Oh,
Beelstar
yeah.
support.
Too bad. So sad. New Beelstar.
Get over
Ace. Evos for 3 memory on level 5 with 3 Musketeers in text. Obviously, it's an ace, so it has hand counter blast Evo. On play, when digivolving, return 1 option card from your trash to the hand, so it's basically like Lilithmon. Then you may use 1 option card with the 3 Musketeers trait in your hand without paying the cost. When attacking once per turn by trashing 1 option card in this Digimon's Evolution cards, you may use 1 option card with the 3 Musketeers trait in your hand without paying the cost. Ace Overflow -4.
Pretty good.
Man, it would really suck if some deck in particular got hit by a specific level 7 ace card that happened to release in the set right before this.
Yeah, it'd be a real shame if purple sucked forever.
Let's go!
Because a certain green, blue, white level 7 existed.
Imperial Dramon!
So I do understand why people are upset about the fact that clearly they're going in a different direction, and your old Beelstarmons and deck list are going to be basically obsolete once we get more support for this.
They'll get over it.
Bandai had to do this because the old Beelstar was affecting how they designed cards, because they basically had to think about her every time they had a 7-cost option they wanted to print.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest here, okay? They didn't actually play that deck because it was any fun. They played it because Beelstar is hot. And this card's still hot, guys. It's okay. Look at her. She's bent over for you.
It's still waifu with massive underboob. You'll get
there
over
you go.
it.
Yeah. Forget what the option cards cost.
Also, this is probably better for you in the long run, because I think if you tried to play old Beelstar, you just lose to anybody playing Imperial Digimon.
Yes.
Like, you just on the spot, you just lose.
At least they're trying to be innovative and change it up. Now they have more flexibility with how they can make the cards.
Yeah.
They're not locked into it has to be like a 7-cost option or whatever.
Yeah, we're just redesigning the archetype, which it needs a redesign. It wasn't ever going to compete anyway unless they just printed super broken 7-cost options. So like they had to do something like this.
Plus, this is dead on arrival because of Imperial.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys can't play Kaitis Breath anymore. Like, what?
Well, now they can also print 7-cost options without being like, what about Beelstar?
Yep.
All right, so Hurricane Screw Shot. That's interesting. It does have Three Musketeers trait. Do what?
Sounds like a shot.
It does. When an effect trashes this Digivolution card, gain 1 memory. While you have a Digimon with the Three Musketeers trait, you may ignore this card's color requirements. Main, delete one of your opponent's level 3, level 4, and level 5 Digimon. Then place this card as the bottom source of one of your Digimon with the Three Musketeers trait. Security, delete one of your opponent's level 3, 4, and 5 Digimon. It's a 6-cost option.
How'd you gain that memory? That's all. As soon as you read that, that's all I thought of is Brandon going, how'd you gain that memory?
So...
Yo, people are complaining about this?
Well, yeah, it's not 7. It doesn't cost 7. They're complaining because it costs less than 7.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper to play. So...
What the heck, man?
So this is an example of power creep, because if this card had existed like in the first 5 sets of the game, people would have been like, I guess you literally can't play anything besides purple.
Yeah.
But like this card now is probably like necessary because of how far behind you can get against certain decks where they can just spam the board.
No, I remember funny story, we used to have this player, his name's Deshaun. He sends me a picture of this card and he goes, are you kidding me? This is what you guys are playing with now? And I send him a message back, I reply with, if you think that's bad, I want you to Google Magnamon X Antibody. And he goes, okay. He Googles it and he goes, what the actual F is that card? And I'm like, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, my boy.
Yeah. I remembered that conversation that you shared, yeah. Deshaun has been out of the game for several sets, and he just randomly came across this card and was like, what?
Yeah, I can't wait for like a year from now when the power creep has gotten so bad.
Really thin pancakes.
Really thin pancakes.
Yeah, the power creep.
Power creep. I'm running with it. I hope you know that. It's great.
I mean, that's what you literally said, the power crepe.
Anyway.
That's what I order when I go to IHOP, is the power crepe special.
Wow, Sean, you go out to eat too much, buddy.
Oh, yeah. How dare you? But I'm just waiting for us to get cards that are like, hey, strip one source from your Digimon, negate the activation of an opponent's Digimon effect.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, when we get negations like that, that'll be nice.
Yeah, when that starts happening, man, oh god.
It'll cost us memory, but it'll be nice.
Yeah, memory or sources.
Here's Brandon's favorite shoe.
What are we talking about? How bad Gabubon sucks?
Yeah, and Brandon's favorite shoe.
Oh yeah, dude. Brandon's definitely a feet guy.
As soon as they get away from this shoe thing, Brandon's like, oh, this design sucks.
Wonder Stomp. Main, draw one. Then you may play one level 3 Digimon card with the puppet trait from your hand without paying the cost. Securities activate the main effect. Okay.
I mean, it's not too bad. It draws you a card. You play something out. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you maintain the same level of hand advantage. You play something for at least 1 memory cheaper. Yeah.
I think some of the puppet cards, don't they have on plays as well?
Probably.
Yeah.
And also the fact that
That's
the security activates main effect is pretty nice.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, pretty good card, I'd say.
Yeah. We have this Kyaromon.
What in the...
It's a Digitama.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Your turn. All of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 2,000 DP. I actually had a conversation with Ben about this the other day. He said he thought it was good, and I said incorrect. This card sucks because of how old the game is. Anytime a generic card comes out, you have to compare it to all other generic cards that could fill their slot, and this is worse than basically half of the yellow Tamas you could play.
It's cool, like I get what they're going for, but it's just the game's too far gone. Like it's way past this at this point.
Yeah, like I would much rather just give my a Digimon jamming with like the other Kyaromon, or like draw a card from Toko, or like basically there's like 3
anything
to 5.
else.
Yeah, there's like so many Tamas I would run over this one.
This would have been okay like 8 to 10 sets ago.
This would have been really good in BT4 with Yellow or Gray.
Yep. Brandon, are you even still there? Is he alive?
Brandon's gone forever.
Brandon.
I guess we'll wait for him to return. He never said BRB. His MacBook probably crashed again.
Is he not on the stream anymore? What happened? I can't tell.
I think his MacBook probably crashed.
Oh my goodness. I'd say I go look for him, but then what happens if I don't ever come back? We're just both gone forever.
I think that's how that works. Or at least until the next time I see you. Yo, is this real?
What?
I saw something where it said the Lakers are hiring JJ Redick as their head coach.
I believe it because reports were saying that LeBron was low-key interviewing him during their whole podcast little run.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like he'd be a good
like,
coach.
They were like, I don't... Maybe. I've always liked his basketball opinions, like when he's on TV, and he is a former player, so he can relate with the players that way. But the thing is, I think he's still super young, and it's just like, will he have the respect of the players? Because you gotta have a strong personality to work with LeBron. You know, like
I think he has a strong personality.
You guys see
agree.
me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it just me, or did my camera finally just fix itself and now it's like actually bright?
Oh, it did. So your MacBook crashed and now it's fixed? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, I think if you're knowledgeable, players will respect you.
Yeah, well, I think he'll automatically gain some respect from being a former player as well, and not like a bad player either. Like he's pretty decent.
Yeah, I think it's no different than like Jason Kidd being a head coach. I feel like his players are just going to respect him just because like he knows his stuff.
So from my perspective, I was just scrolling.
The Jedi are evil.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through reveals as you were talking about it, and then I looked up, realized it was frozen, but I could still hear you guys talking about it. I just didn't have anything to say, and then the next thing I knew, Discord just went boop, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, we just. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like the Kyaromon is okay.
Yeah, it's trash. It's okay. Ben, it sucks. It sucks. Just accept that it sucks. Just like Ravamon.
I mean, it's like having plus 2,000 DP on your dude, but worse.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's the same thing as if we had a red Digitama that gave you 2,000 DP on your turn. How good would that be?
Except for you could attack over Digimon with it.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you still wouldn't play that in red, most likely.
Yep.
You'd rather have a draw card. Let's be honest.
All right.
Agreed.
So, Toy Agumon. Also Evos on Three Musketeers in text. On play by
a puppet.
He is a puppet. On play by trashing one card with Three Musketeers trait in your hand. Draw 2. Inheritable is Reboot.
Oh, that's really good. You play that with the option card.
You
Yeah.
do play that with the option card, Chris. Oh, are you
Boom.
talking about this card?
Yeah, right?
This card is not intended to work with Three Musketeers, but I mean, I guess you could.
I mean, it's a draw 3.
You have to have a yellow source for this to be a thing.
That's
my guy.
fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
All right.
We're playing SecCon. We're
You
playing.
heard
We're
it
playing
here
that
first.
Kiara-
Chris is
we're
going to be
that-
playing Three Musketeers Liberators.
We're playing that Kiarumon as well.
Yeah, that's
I think
your
this
yellow
toy
source.
Agumon-
I hatch, and activate that option card. Dropping this, I draw 3 cards. Boom.
I mean, technically you draw 3, but yeah, okay. So I'm assuming this evo's into Gundramon, like this is his like level 3
I was
form.
about to say that. This is the other Three Musketeer guys.
Yeah,
So that probably means, you think we're going to get a new Avenged Kidmon in this set as well?
maybe. I mean, I'm assuming that means we get all of them then, right?
Fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a new Gundramon revealed already. That's cool.
That art it goes hard.
Tankmon. On play / when evolving by returning 3 cards with 3 Musketeers trait from your hand to trash to the top of the deck. De-evo one of your opponent's Digimon inheritables reboot.
Okay, it's cool. I think. At least it's on play and when
I think
evolving.
we'll get a better idea, yeah. Gundramon.
So many guns.
So much gun, dude. This is America the Digimon.
I mean, I really like the art. It goes hard.
Yep.
You know who would play this deck or this card in Yu-Gi-Oh? Bandit Keith.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
America.
Yeah, he's definitely playing this.
Yeah. He does have blocker. On play / when digivolving for the top 6 cards of your deck, you may use one option card with 3 Musketeers trait among them without paying the cost. Return the rest to the top or bottom of the deck. All turns when your Digimon with the 3 Musketeers trait would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects. By trashing one option card in this Digimon's evolution cards, they don't leave.
That's
Oh, yeah,
very
that's
good.
really good.
So
It's also an SR, so it's going to have an alt art on it, so that's pretty sick.
there's not a guarantee of that, Brandon. You don't want to assume.
Yeah, there has at least been one SR in a main set that has not had a
Yeah, there's
alt
one
art.
that I always think of every time you say that.
Is it the Chaos?
Yeah, Chaos X
Oh.
Antibody. The one that
Chaos
needed an alt art.
BT12.
Yeah, all the other ones do except for the BT11 Machine Dramon, or is
You
it
know what the
12?
That's
worst?
a rare.
You know what
Yeah,
the
the
worst
rare one.
part? You know what the worst part about doing these reveals is? Every time we're reading a card, I just see Chris get abnormally close to the camera, and I just have to look at his face.
He's trying to read it.
As close as
Yeah,
possible.
gotta get up close and squint.
Yeah, he's
Just get out of
the
my-
grandma
get outta
meme holding the glasses.
The camera.
So
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
kind of insane to me because this protects not only itself but other Digimon.
Other cards.
Other one,
Yep.
yeah.
And this also
Yikes.
is not once per turn.
No.
It's a good thing we still have Paladin mode.
The question
I
is
mean,
how
this is
how,
from your
how-
sources, dude. Paladin mode doesn't care. It doesn't do anything about that. Well, I guess
No,
if
the
you
question is-
attack.
He comes out and he strips sources.
Never mind. Yeah, you're right. This still loses to Paladin mode.
Yeah, the question is like how quickly and how often are they putting cards into their sources?
Well, we already
I'm
read
assuming
one card
all the
that
new
did
option
it.
cards are going to do it.
Yeah, it seems
Right.
like that's going to be like their new gimmick.
You're probably going to have at least, bare minimum, one for each color. So probably a black, a red, and a purple.
Mhm.
All of them are probably going to be able to tuck itself under a 3 musket.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool effect.
That's
though.
assuming the Avenged Kid is a red, of course,
I'm sure he will be.
like the last one.
Orochimon, blocker, Dark Dragon. This seems like it might be part of the new Entmon deck.
Yeah.
Blocker on deletion, trash one card in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's level 3 and level 4 Digimon inheritables retail.
Okay. I mean, for a level
Uh,
5, that's actually pretty good.
That is very interesting. Because
That's going to be a real pain to deal with in pre-release.
Well, and
Because you can
there's
just block and then blow
it's-
stuff up.
I was going to say, never mind, it's an EX set, there won't be a pre-release.
Yeah, there will not
you
be
said
published.
you said you thought this was part of the new Impmon line?
Not the line, the deck. Because
Oh, the
Yeah.
deck.
the
Okay.
we already have an Eismon scatter mode that's a Dark Dragon.
Right.
And this is also a Dark
Yep.
Dragon,
Okay.
so I assume it's probably going to work with that deck.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, whether or not you play it in that deck, different story.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we have Nidhoggmon. Also Dark Dragon, so potentially meant for that deck. Trash main. If you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, you may play this card from your trash with the play cost reduced by 4. Blocker. On deletion, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait from your trash without paying the cost. So you can play this guy for 7 memory. Cool, I guess?
I mean, we already have aces that do that, so...
Yeah, but he doesn't have an on play.
In my point, yeah, like, what does he do?
But he has
Hoping- you're hoping it dies?
blocker. Yeah, he has blocker, so you can block, and then it'll die, and then you get to play another Digimon. You guys just aren't
You're
seeing the
saying it
bigger
cheap.
picture.
No, we are seeing it, and paying
That
7
art
memory, paying 7 memory to effectively do nothing is very bad.
Yeah, but
Listen-
the art is sick.
Listen,
it does
Chris,
look pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Hold
Listen,
on, I'm
Chris.
not close
Oh.
enough with my.
Yeah, the whole thing about
Oh, I
this
see
bigger
how
picture...
bad it is now.
Yeah, the whole thing about this bigger picture, like, if you have a zoomed-in picture of a butt, and then you zoom out, it's still just a picture of a butt.
Have you seen some butts? Because there are some nice butts out there.
You both make good
You-
points.
I mean,
You
He's got
could
me there.
you could have been like, instead of the butt, it's like somebody's like arm and their
Oh,
elbow. Yeah, you're like, oh, it's zoomed in. You think it's a butt, but when you zoom out, it's really just an elbow.
Yes, exactly. So that card sucks. Demi-Meramon. Inheritable your turn while your opponent has 1 or less Digimon. This Digimon gets 2,000 DP.
so
How
also-
ironic.
That's
It's literally
so
the
bad.
other one, except for there's a stipulation. This is bad.
It's so
bad.
bad. It's so bad. I don't have a Digimon. I don't get my Tama. My free Tama. I don't get it anymore.
That is so bad.
God.
This is never going to see play unless...
No.
Yeah, I can't even think of a reason, because there's other Demi-Meras you'd want to play if it was a Demi-Mera like Evo condition.
This would only get played if they were like, all right, set rotation, EX7 onward.
No,
Yeah.
it would.
And then it would get played for the first format, and then Red would immediately get a new or good Tama in the next set.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
hard replaced on the next set.
It'll only see play if the line it goes with is like, this Digimon can only Digivolve on top of Demi-Meramon. And then parentheses, red.
That's what I was... Okay,
the
yeah.
status-
But still, you have other red Demi-Meras you might play over this.
Yeah.
I think
And the
there's...
saddest part is, I think this is supposed to be the Tama for the next card we're about to talk about.
Yeah, this card is trash, guys. Don't play it. It's a trap. This is like a BT1 Tama. Like, this is that Tama, I forget what it's called, Babitomon, that gives you 2,000 DP if you have piercing.
If.
But the thing is, like, even if this was out during BT1, you're not playing this over Koromon. Koromon just said, give this Digimon 1,000 DP.
I know. That was
Yeah, it's like,
that was
that's
my
crazy.
point.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This card sucks. Why are you printing these Tama, Bandai?
card
Balmon
is nice.
exists, and yellow and red are getting Tamas like this.
Balmon reigns supreme.
Lava Greedamon. On play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. When Digivolving, if your opponent doesn't have a Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, gain 1 memory and inheritable security attack +1.
Okay, so it could be a potential Evo for 2. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, your opponent doesn't have anything on the board? Alright, cool. Evo for 2.
Yeah, or if it's something big.
Yeah, it's a big boy. Alright, Evo for 2.
And we have Volcanic Dramon. That's a pretty cool looking art.
Yeah, I do be liking the art.
On play / when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. When Digivolving, your opponent can't play or move Digimon with 6,000 DP or less until the end of their turn. I'm assuming it's supposed to say move Digimon from breeding area to battle area.
That's really good.
It's basically
sorry, you
kind of
can't
like
pro.
a ruin mode effect, except for it's 6,000.
That's really good.
I mean, if they're already on the board, cool. But at the same time, like, if you clear their board and then go into this, it's like, alright, come at me, I guess.
Well, when you go into this, you blow up their... Oh, never mind. It's when Digivolving.
No, but remember the what's it called?
Yeah, if you have
also
the...
let you.
If you have
The
the tamer,
tamer.
you can trigger both
Yeah, the
effects from
tamer.
Evo into it. All turns once
I
per turn.
mean, I'm liking the deck so far. It's
It
looking
seems
good.
interesting. It seems
hasn't
better
even read
than
the second
the
half of
OG
the-
deck for sure.
And he hasn't even read the second half of this card.
Yeah, all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon will leave the battle area other than by one of your effects, you may play one Digimon card with the Machine Dragon or Sky Dragon trait from your hand without paying the cost, so it floats into the other megas.
Yeah, that's what the other guy did.
That's the other one does too, and they both say I have their on play effects.
Yeah,
But
it also
at what
floats into
point-
the other like level 5s and stuff too,
Yeah.
but like ideally you're floating into a mega.
But at what
Right.
point? At what point can't a paladin mode just fix all my problems?
So this is an interruptive effect. So you delete it, it's not gonna get rid of that effect.
Well, no, because the paladin mode's not deleting it. He'd strip all sources and then bot deck the entire trash. He's still on the board.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. When he would leave the battle area, whatever.
No trash for you.
You don't need a trash in this deck.
Well, yeah, don't you
No,
play it from your hand.
No,
Okay.
from your hand.
Yes, from your hand,
dog.
Brandon.
Just so you know what? That's on me. It's not purple.
I mean, Paladin mode does answer a lot of stuff. This is probably one of the few things it won't.
Yeah, how does this answer Paladin mode?
How does Paladin mode answer this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a good deck though. Fluffymon. Let's see how bad this sucks. Inheritable your turn once per turn. When Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory.
I mean, I guess that works with your whole vortex like thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's clearly meant to work with Vortex Warrior, but
Again, he's a bird. He's not fluffy. He's feathery.
that is true. Yes. Good point, Brandon. Good point.
It's the second time I've made that point.
This may end up coming up in your combos. Maybe it'll allow you to keep turn or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially
curious
since
if
they
this is
have
actually
the,
going to
like-
make the deck though.
Yeah, well, I mean, hear me out though. Isn't the whole point of the keyword like you can attack even if it has been played that turn? So sometimes you're not even going to have the Tama.
It's not the whole point, but yes, that is part of the point of the keyword. Yeah, I'm curious if because I don't think green has a lot of awesome Tamas to really play that are generic. So this might still end up making the list, or maybe they'll just play a random card that lets them draw instead of this card.
And if I were just to make this card slightly better, I would just say once per turn when an opponent's Digimon is deleted in battle.
Gain 1 memory.
That way it doesn't specify it has to be this one specifically.
I agree that would be significantly better.
Yeah, that'd be way better.
Yeah.
Because then you could just have multiple of them on the board, like theoretically, and then gain multiple memory that way.
And you could just have
It's kinda like-
floodgates chilling on top of these guys that you never
Yeah,
intend to
exactly.
swing with.
It's like that Koromon. It just says like when a
Security
card is security is trash. It's like draw a
Draw
card,
one,
something like that.
Yeah, that's actually that logic is what made me realize. Okay, this is really good in Red Hybrid because I can swing with my Tamer stack and then still get a draw card.
Yep.
So
Moving
that's
on.
on me for not seeing the wider picture. The butt,
the
not
butt.
being able to see the butt.
Yes, the entire butt. Wind Slicer. Mania may suspend 1 level 6 or lower Digimon. If this effect suspended Digimon, unsuspend one of your Digimon. It's going to deactivate the main effect.
What?
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Next
So
card.
does
This
that
card's
mean
trash.
for two memory, I could just do this?
Yes. You can suspend your opponent's Digimon, though. Maybe that matters. We'll find out in a month or like 6 months from now. Paledramon. Brandon's super excited about this stuff.
Hexblow cards.
When Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 sources of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with sources, the Digimon gains jamming and blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. Rule trait has Ice Snow type, inheritable when attacking once per turn. Trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon.
No, it's trash. No. Dang it. You know what this deck needs?
Protection?
It needs... Okay, yes.
Ice
First
Sweet?
of all, I will never... Ice Sweet, yes. I will never say no to that. But what it realistically needs is an ability that affects your opponent during their turn.
Yeah, like I think some of the other...
If you Evo... Like if you Evo, you have to strip a source or something stupid like that.
That, or I know they had some of the blue cards that made your opponent pay extra memory when they Evo'd on top of something with no sources.
Yeah, like Snow Agumon.
Yeah, I think if they'd started doing that, that would actually make this deck kind of cancerous, which would make it kind of good.
Yeah. The problem is, like, if your opponent just promotes a stack, okay, they can attack.
Yeah,
your whole thing is ruined.
They promote their stack and wreck your board with the new stack. They don't, whatever you did.
Like the BT14, I think it is, cards are pretty cool because, like, oh, your opponent swings, trash 2 sources.
Yeah.
But, like, oh, you swung and your win attackings happen to delete my body. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll die.
Yep. Guess I'll die before my stuff happens.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we were just talking about this.
Chris Paildramon, Ice Sweet. When Digivolving, trash any 2 sources of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with sources, unsuspend this Digimon. Rule trait has Ice Snow type, inheritable. Your turn while your opponent has no Digimon with sources. This Digimon gains the Ice Snow trait. Oh, this Digimon with the Ice Snow trait gains piercing and security attack +1.
Okay. I bet you the new Hexplow is going to be able to swing over bodies with no sources.
You think it's going to have
I can already
Ice
see
Sweet?
that. Yeah, with Ice Sweet, of course.
Okay.
I wonder how many people are just getting triggered by you guys saying that. It's Ice Suit. They're typing right now. It's Ice Suit. It's Ice Suit.
Yeah, well, they didn't hear the clearly me fumbling the bag the other week and saying sweet, and we just ran with it. And by we, I mean Sean. I don't think Chris was paying attention.
Yes.
You guys were talking about blue cards. I'm zoned out.
That's fair.
Okay, well, how about Big Booba?
Lady Devi X Antibody.
Oh, I gotta show this to my wife.
It looks like she has cat ears on top of... Dude, her tits literally got bigger. the
more cards that get printed over, they're just slightly getting bigger every time.
Her X Antibody form literally has bigger tits. I'm not crazy. They are definitely not that big in her other...
Wife can confirm the boobas got bigger.
I knew it, dude. I knew it.
My wife is an expert at the mommies of this card game.
So, the reason why I noticed is because I was like, those are like obnoxiously large, and I've never thought that about any of her previous cards, so they definitely got bigger.
I saw
that X virus is really getting in there.
I saw a picture on the Facebook group. It was this card, and it was Homer on his knees, SpongeBob on his knees with his hands like this, licking, and it was right on her. It was right on her tits. And people are like, "This is what Digimon's come down to."
It's always been like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, like she got cat ears and her tits got bigger and she got more leather. She looks like
a streamer, a Twitch streamer.
She looks like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman from Batman Returns.
Oh no!
She even has the stitching.
Yes.
Oh god.
She's literally Catwoman from Batman Returns.
Also, my wife would like to set the record straight. She also simps for the Angel Daddies.
Oh yeah, of course.
So she wanted to make that known.
Yes. Okay, so let's get to her effect. She evos for 0 on top of Lady Devi.
Wait, where'd the picture go?
I gotta read the card. On play / when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gains End of Attack. Delete this Digimon until the end of their turn. Then if Lady Devi or X Antibodies in the sources, you may play one Vole and Zerdrucken Digimon level 4 purple 5000 DP blocker retaliation token.
I'm sorry, Sean. I missed that part. My connection cut out. It can play a what?
It says inheritable opponent's turn once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you may play one purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost.
Okay. But what was its other effect?
I'm not reading it again.
I mean, Vole, maybe? Vole?
It looks like it's probably German, and I have no idea how to pronounce German words.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why would they do that?
Why is she German now? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm curious what this translates to in German. I wonder if it's like S&M or something. Let me Google
Do
Translate
we have to
this.
feel bad for simping at it now because it's German?
Why would that make us feel bad?
I mean, fair enough, I guess.
Translate it.
Translate it. Sean is the boomer who yells at his computer when it doesn't do what he wants.
Yeah, don't you? It's called
Can't say
Rage
that.
Against the Machine, Brandon. God.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, let's see.
Man, it sure is taking him a while to pull up Google Translate.
It's because I was doing incorrect things, just hoping it would work out for me. So it looks like it may be Dutch,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's saying it doesn't translate into anything. Maybe that's...
So maybe they're names.
Yeah, they're just names.
Let me just try to hard say it. Let me just force it to say... Okay. One of the words means crush.
Oh my.
The other one means step on.
Step on and crush.
Perhaps. I don't know what vole is.
My balls.
Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah. I don't know what that is. But yeah, X Antibody did a number on her. She's Catwoman from Batman Returns. Lilithmon X, Evos for 4 on top of purple, or Evos for 1 on top of Lilithmon. All turns, once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than in battle. If Lilithmon or X Antibody is in the sources, by deleting one of the Digimon it doesn't leave, that includes your opponents. All turns once per turn when another Digimon is deleted. If it's your turn, you may play one purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. If it's your opponent's turn, trash the top card of their security stack.
This definitely screams like it's more Demon Lord support than it is Lilithmon support.
Because the new Lucemon is purple and yellow, correct?
Yeah, he's dual color.
Okay, so this can span
actually,
the new rookie Lucemon.
I think the level 3 is only yellow.
I think it's both.
I can check. While you have this pulled up, I'll look.
Check real quick. I think her boobs also got bigger.
Well, yeah, the X antibody just means, hey, they're getting bigger.
Yeah.
What was that? EX?
Dude, that's true because the Angelwomon X antibody, her boobs are also larger than Angelwomon's. Yeah, apparently that's an effect on female-looking Digimon.
Just yellow.
Where do you think they're fitting all the virus at?
Apparently that's where it goes, dude.
Because remember, X antibody is a virus, right?
Yes.
So that's where they're fitting it all.
Yeah.
It's the Chaos mode. The Chaos mode's dual color.
I thought the rookie was too. I guess I'm just misremembering.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because he's just the angel. He doesn't get corrupted.
But I thought he was already an a-hole. I thought you guys already told me.
He is, but...
So he's clearly
But he's
purple.
an angel.
Whatever. Then we have Seventh Fascination. Trash, your turn. When your Digimon digivolves into Lilithmon X Antibody, by returning this card to the bottom of the deck, activate this card's main effect. All your opponent's Digimon gain end of your turn. Delete one of your Digimon until the end of their turn. Security, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. This is super broken.
What the heck?
Hey, look what its play cost is.
7. It's also got the Demon Lord trait, the 7 Great Demon Lord trait as well.
Yep.
Yes, this is obviously just Demon Lord support. Imagine they did this with Royal Knight. Imagine if, like, the next set they were like, "Here's some more Royal Knight support."
You know, we'll get that on the 26 set.
Yeah.
This is insane because this is a blanket effect. They don't even have to be on the field yet.
Yep.
Bandai, what are you doing?
Now, the thing is...
Oh yeah, Paladin mode exists. Never mind. LOL. Purple sucks.
LOL.
I was about to say, the thing is, it has to be in trash to get the best part of the effect.
No, I mean, you can just activate
They
this.
could just hard play it for 7.
Yeah, you can just pay 7 memory and do it. But yeah, the trash effect is a joke because Paladin mode's a card. Almost forgot, dude. I almost forgot it's a card because we haven't gotten it yet.
Never forget.
Never forget. Once we get it, I'll literally never forget. But like, just because we haven't played with it yet.
I'm seriously sitting there thinking, okay, what about Crimson mode? Okay, what about Paladin mode? What about Omnimon?
Yeah. Card sucks. Has
Unfortunately,
it says the word trash on it. Terrible.
Yeah. Unfortunately, from what I've understood, I don't think the Omnimon is doing anything in Japan.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't imagine it would. It would need new Greymon, Garurumon cards to get a release because the deck, air quotes, that they gave us to play it in
5
is
cards.
Awful. Yeah, it's literally like a 4 to 5 card engine that doesn't do anything.
Feels bad.
It says, "Hey, I don't take this format seriously. I'm just playing this fun deck."
I really wish it would have been better.
Same, but we'll eventually get more support. I mean, it's actually been quite a while since we've gotten actual Greymon support.
Yeah.
Bandai, what are you doing?
Well, hey, you can actually see my Piccolo now that my camera's fixed.
I don't want to see your pickle, dude.
He's right there.
No one wants to see your pickle, all right?
God, I'm looking at BT15. I'm just staring at the new AG, just called Cracker Fang.
You know it, girl.
Still makes me crack up.
All right. So we have comment questions.
Let's go.
Let's go, comment questions. All right. Comment questions. J Phantom 13 in Roman numerals. Question: what support would you add to the video game archetype? For example, making a new Arata or Nokia, or making a Kyoko Alphamon tamer, or support for Grace Nova, etc. And then, since Sean hasn't played Digimon game, which Digimon video game are you most interested in playing? So you guys answer the first question, and I'll ask you for help answering the second question.
I think we've talked about it a lot.
We have already said this. We want an Eater's deck.
That, and I just want Cyber Sleuth, like new stuff for that. But specifically, I really want Hacker's Memory.
Hacker's Memory.
Like
Cyber Sleuth has some cards. Yeah,
Cyber Sleuth. That was BT5.
Survive would be cool.
Yeah, Survive would be cool. Getting more of those instead of just promos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want Hacker's Memory. Like, give me Hoodiemon, give me Arcadiamon, give me all that. I want all of it.
And then if we were going to recommend one for Sean, it would definitely be Cyber Sleuth.
Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Like,
is it the one that plays like Pokemon?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, yes. That'd be the game that I would want to play. Huh?
Yeah, instead of 1v1, it's 3v3.
Yeah.
If you get it for the Switch, right? I'm going to tell you this because it's a really good little hack. If you get it for the Switch, when you're playing the game, instead of grinding and having to spend all this time EXP and leveling up your Digimon, if you're just interested in playing the story, so you don't have to deal with most of the RPG elements, you can just put your Switch in sleep mode and leave them in the daycare, essentially. It's called the farm, but it's basically a daycare, and you'll just have infinite EXP.
How long does it take?
If you just play the story, you're probably looking at like 20 hours.
No, I mean like to get them to level up and stuff in the daycare or whatever.
Overnight. You will literally put your Switch down, right? Leave it there. Just leave it there. Come back the next morning, and you'll be at like level 100.
Huh.
Now, of course, that's not quite how it works in Digimon games. You have to go up and down, up and down, up and down through your Evos to get to the point where you can reach level 100, but you're max leveling like every time.
You'd have to play the game to understand. Basically, unlike Pokemon,
so what he just told me is not true. He left out.
It is.
He lied by omission. Something he said he hates.
It is, but it isn't. Like
I think I remember you guys explaining this to me, where you have to like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So your Digimon has, I think it's called AP. I think it's aptitude points, and essentially what it means is your points dictate how far up in your leveling you can go. So, for instance, let's say you have a Digimon you just made, because you don't catch them, you
I'm
make them.
falling asleep over here, Brandon.
Yeah, sorry, man. You make
Video
them,
games.
and
You do video game stuff, and
Yeah.
it makes Digimon stronger. But
Okay.
you're level capped basically.
I got
And then
it.
every
The
time you
game
go
sucks. Noted. I won't download it.
they're really good.
you'll get trapped in it, Sean. You've already said yourself.
Yeah, we've talked about this. The reason why I haven't played any is because I will like just no life it, and I don't
Get
wanna,
addicted.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I
Do
save
it.
myself for myself. Crimson 35124 says, at the time of this comment, Mirage has won the past 4 tournaments in a row, with half the Oceana Regionals top 8 being 4 Mirage decks. Were there any decks in the past that kept Mirage in check that aren't currently being played? They say, I wouldn't know since I only got into Digimon at the start of this year. Also, any tech cards or strategies you guys can think of to help the Mirage matchup?
I would say yes. When Machine Dramon was more popular, Mirage couldn't do anything to it. Especially since at the time they were a slower deck since they didn't have their training cards. So they had to play the Mem Boost, and that bot decked their Tamers. So there was that. I think Beals has a pretty good matchup into it, and so does Security Control.
Option cards. You just gotta, because they have no protection.
Yeah.
So, Venusmon is also good versus them. The thing with Mirage, it's a function of how the meta has been, because it has a really good matchup into Devas and Nume. And because those have been so popular, because they're good against other stuff, it's basically just like the format like solving itself because of that. And it's just seeing a ton of representation because it's so good into those other matchups. Like, it really only loses to itself and like Security Control, like you said, and just other decks that don't see a lot of play.
Black Wargreymon X, right? Wouldn't that be you think that'd be a good?
Yeah, if your opponent's Brandon and forgets that if they unsuspend, their stuff gets blown up, yeah.
Which
you'll
catch Black War Greymon X actually does have a good matchup into it because they can't bounce it.
You can't unsuspend. Joke's on you, buddy.
Yeah, but the issue is because they play the Zudo now, you can just strip the Black War Greymon X's protection inheritables and then bounce it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the deck.
If you're playing normal Black War, you can also just pop their Thomases. They can't recycle them.
Yeah, but they also don't really need them.
It doesn't go into burst mode for free.
Yeah, but they don't need to do that. Like, if they're...
I agree, but I'm just saying it's nice.
I know, but like if they're playing against a control deck that doesn't have the ability to just kill them, they can just play a control game with you and just be better at that. Like the deck's it has really good removal just built into the deck. It has really good memory gain that's just like borderline unfair because of how much memory they gain sometimes. And it can just OTK you. It's just a really strong deck. I think it will fall off once we get other strong decks. Like, I think Magna X just laughs at it.
Yeah, what are you going to do against Magna X?
Yeah, like they have to see the one that makes it to where they can't be blocked.
Yep.
Play D Reaper. You get six sources under Mother D, and then play Gatekeeper.
You know, that's
Gatekeeper.
You joke, but thinking about the current meta decks,
they can't bounce it.
Hear me out, Chris. Build D Reapers. Bring it next week.
I'm thinking
Sean, you build it.
I'm thinking about the current meta decks, and I think the only deck that actually has like a shot at beating D Reaper is Devas, because Fanglong can nuke all of their stuff besides Mother.
Nuke the board, Mother. Yeah, Mother's the only thing that can't be touched.
Yeah.
Shine maybe. I feel like Shine could deal with it.
I think
Yeah, Shine has a decent matchup into it, but Shine also isn't seeing a lot of representation. And also, they'd have to be playing the BT2 variant.
Numamon has one. Anything that can rush it down, they have to kill you before you can establish the Gatekeeper with the sources underneath the Mother.
Yeah, that's why you play X Antibody, so you can tuck more sources under it. I mean, it still doesn't super speed it up, but something.
Yeah, I think that actually might be a hilarious meta call. Yeah, it really
Round 1 plays against War Greymon.
Damn it!
or raid warrior. Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I
Ugh.
meant. Raid War.
God, yeah, that would be how it goes in a big event. If I tried to like counter the meta deck,
Yeah.
I would just play anti-meta for like the first 3 rounds and go X3 drop and be like, "Yep, guess it wasn't my day."
It's like, okay, your opponent's going first. All right, cool. What's he gonna play? Hatch Koromon? Oh man, a red deck. That's gonna feel bad. Agumon? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
extend
I just-
handshake.
I just remember that format where everyone was playing Mother D, and they got 2 gatekeepers on the field, and you're just sitting there like, dude, what? How can I get out? And then like a third one came out, and you're like, oh my god, I just got rid of one of them, and here's another one.
I finally killed it.
My
and it
favorite part of
came
that
back.
format was the fact that I was playing Black War, so I could just swing over their stuff, swing over their mother, and they just lose.
Yep. Oh, you put all those sources under it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I remember playing against a D Reaper player in a tournament randomly, and I was playing Gaio and Black War. This was before Black War X was out, and I ran over I crashed my Gaiomon into his mother just to get it off the field, and he scooped.
Worth.
Like, it still would have taken, like, I would have had to reset up a new stack to even try to start killing him, but he was like, yeah, I've lost the game already, man, there's no reason to keep playing. And I was like, word.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many or they searchers that you have to put under.
Searchers.
How many did you need for Reaper to kill someone?
I think 7.
6 or 7.
I think you have to have 7 searchers.
That's
It
just
can-
OTK, but at the same time, like, you didn't
Yeah,
have
can
to
it kill-
OTK. You're playing stuff like Jerry's, you're playing the gatekeepers that can swing.
I was gonna say, can you kill them through 5 security with just 7 of them?
I think so, because
Because I think you tuck 2 and then you get to unsuspend.
you swing once and then tuck 2 unsuspend, swing once, tuck 2 unsuspend. Also, searchers can end up in your trash as well.
Yeah.
Right, just
You're out of
naturally.
security, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, tuck
God,
2
what a
unsuspend.
deck! What that was, dude. Bandai was creative back in the day. I'm telling you, they've lost it.
It was really
Nowadays-
funny watching purple and blue players just cry when they played against T Reaper because they just couldn't interact with their stuff.
It was so heartbreaking because I had like Melga. I had the 4 Were Garu promo. It was like max, man. I'm going in. I'm getting in there. And then one of the final checks, like it's not the final check, but it's one of the
Gatekeeper.
final, it's another gatekeeper, and I was like, brother,
Brother, this guy stinks.
Extend
I'm lost on the
handshake.
spot.
You want to count cards in your deck, or you just want to call it a day?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, to answer your question though, Venusmon and Ruin Mode were cards that I was playing for the matchup in Yellow Vaccine, as well as also playing Wyvern's Breath as a potential security check and just out if they left one on the field.
Yep.
But it really just depends on the deck you're playing. I think Security Control just kind of laughs at Mirage, but the issue with Security Control can also lose to other stuff. So yeah, one of its best checks is just being checked by other stuff, unfortunately.
Basically, you need security bombs, and you need to be able to slow them down.
Yes. Someone commented because they thought we were serious about banning red hybrid cards.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I am serious.
I know
Yeah,
you
you're
are,
serious.
but like,
Nobody else realistically
yeah,
is.
you're also still trolling even though you're serious.
You're only saying that
No,
'cause I play.
Exactly. I don't want Brandon to be happy, and I think the deck is too good.
This is why
Ban
you
it all.
flipped on Friday.
Yeah, that's why.
This is why your footage of that matchup is going to be as short.
By the time you finish, hey guys, you want to see a dead body? The game will be over.
Yep.
I am curious. I want to go and see how long that video is. Let's
Then,
see.
of course, Brandon extends his hand and is like, shake hands, Chris. Yeah, shake hands, Chris.
I mean, you
Of
also
course,
extended your
smacking my hand
handshake to
away.
him.
Yeah, but I wasn't BMing him.
You were
I
when you
wasn't
extended the
beaming
hand.
you either. I was
You
trying to
extended the
indicate
handshake
that.
when the game wasn't even over. It was just like he was in.
It was over.
Yeah, I mean it was over, but
It
like
was
not
over.
not officially.
It was over. It was Jover.
Desmond Milers 3114. I know Mirage is being played an absurd amount even at my locals, but honestly, I've never had trouble since I play Mega Gargomon bunnies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Bunnies is very good in that matchup.
Oh yeah, because
Mega-
the BT5 Rapidmon helps immensely in that matchup. I forgot about that. I was thinking they just laugh and bounce your stuff, but yeah.
Not to mention the starter deck level 5. You just hard play it and okay.
That's literally what I was talking about, Brandon.
You
I'll
said
play.
BT5.
Yeah, you said BT5 Rapidmon. I'm like, I know which one you're talking about. It's not that one, but okay.
The level 5 Rapidmon. I apologize.
Yeah.
You're still dumb, Brandon. I'll play I'll hard play level 5 Rapid. Okay.
Yep.
With a Queen's Hammer on board into the turn where they can combo, but stall enough time since I show I could have ace or not. Most times I do. So he does what Ben does a lot, which is bluff the ace.
Yeah.
Just sit there with just holding, shuffle your whole hand except for that one card. You're just holding it like.
If you hard play that Rapidmon and give them 7 memory, they're like, he has to have Mega Gargo in his hand. There's no reason he would do that otherwise. And if they get blown out, if they play into it, they can't afford to risk it. Honestly, that Rapid and highly unfair if you can't minus DP or suspend it. Any thoughts on big bugs coming back? Big bugs.
I think he's referring to Tyrant deck.
Tyrant deck.
Because it's a big bug deck.
I think.
Okay.
We'll go over it a little bit more once we go over the set because I can give you like a brief overview of what the deck kind of does, but like I'm gonna crisp it all up. So
You'll have a vague understanding of the cards.
Yeah, we'll have a better idea of what it all does next week when we go over the set. Like it has an entire line. It has a searcher. All their inheritables give like DP. I think during I can't remember if it's
suspended.
Yeah, when you're suspended, I think it's all turns.
I'm pretty sure it has to be. I'm pretty sure that's why it's good for Magna X.
It'd be terrible if it wasn't.
Right.
Your turn only.
A lot of them have like on play effects because again, the Tyrant can play them for reduced cost. The level 4 does. The level 5's inheritable makes it to where you can redirect an attack towards the Tyrant, I believe, as long as it's like suspended or something like that. And Tyrant can play stuff for free while it's suspended. It's unaffected by stuff or something. And you can also play a lot of lists I've been seeing play the Rhino Kabuterimon from the hybrid format because you can swing with it, activating its effect, Digivolve into the Tyrant for cheap because Tyrant's like a six to Digivolve, I think 5 or 6.
I think it's 6.
So it's like it's like 6. So you can reduce that all the way down. You can reduce it all the way down to 3 by playing the Rhino Kabuterimon, and it comes out suspended already, so it's like getting everything.
Win-win.
Right, so like it's a really cool effect and little combo, and then you play out like the Mega Kabuterimon Ace and do stuff. It looks like a really fun deck. The problem is it's still green and it still revolves around stuff being suspended all the time. So the deck
going into a format where a lot of decks have a lot of bodies on the board, I don't think that's going to be a huge issue.
No, I agree. And it also has an Izzy that I think has something to do with suspending. Again, we're gonna figure out more.
That Izzy.
Is it the 4-cost memory setter Izzy?
I think so. It like lets you redirect an attack into one of your suspended insects or something.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. That
I think
one.
We got that in BT14.
Okay, so it plays that one too, obviously. So it's like kind of like Machine Dramon in that aspect, where you're redirecting it towards the Tyrant.
Or maybe it was BT15. We got it recently.
Okay. So I think the deck looks like fun. The problem is it really doesn't have kill potential. Yeah, it's green. It doesn't have a whole lot of kill potential. There's no extra security attacking you're getting. You're still trying to control your opponent's board. Just stuff like that. It just does green stuff. But it looks like it's good. You know, like everything
build
on paper looks good.
So we can test on the sim. I'm curious.
I've got a little list put together that I'm still unsure of a few.
We'll load it up. Let's throw hands. I want to touch you with Magna X.
Oh my!
I'm off Wednesday, so we can try Wednesday.
My little Google thing just responded to me. I did not say the words that turn that thing on. I'm curious why.
They're listening.
Yeah, they're always listening, dude. I forget
Alright.
that thing's in my office because I never use it until it randomly just talks to me. Oreo X1000 says, what is a deck you wish you had tried but never did?
I'll let
Raid
y'all
War.
answer this. I've pretty much played everything, so
Raid War. I've always wanted to know what it feels like to be a filthy Greymon player, but I won't do it out of
Spite?
spite. I was gonna say spite is a good reason. Yeah. Principle.
I've
Won't do it out
I've
of principle.
literally played like every deck, every kind of deck.
I mean, you usually don't touch blue all that often. Like the best you got was blue flare and mirage.
That's not true. Imperial Dramon.
That's Imperial. Doesn't count.
Armor. Tend to stay away from most purple decks, but even then, I've played
Belfay.
Beelzemon, Belfi, Levia. Like I've
You
played
played
purple
Beelzemon?
before. Yeah,
like,
back when
Before it got the advanced deck
came out.
Yeah, no, I played like the I don't want to say like the OG version, but like remember that OG blast mode that like killed you like super quick?
the
That
bad
one, that's the
version
one.
of the deck, yeah.
Yeah, I played that one, and then like the starter deck came out.
I played it
I
when it
tried
sucked. I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Green. I haven't touched no, cause Heavy Leomon. Yeah, I've played like everything. Bloomlord. I never played Bloomlord. Never will. I'm not touching that. Mm-mm.
My answer is extremely
Justin
specific.
for the channel.
My answer is
Justin for the
extremely
channel.
specific. So when I was testing with my friend Alex and Spencer for the first nationals that we had in Digimon, I accidentally designed, in my opinion, probably the best version of Gabu Bond, because after testing against Alex when he was playing his Gabu Bond, and I was like trying my like Lord Nightmon and stuff, and after seeing all of his iterations, he was like, I want to play against a mirror, and I was like, okay. And I just took all of the best things he ever did in all of his testing and just put them into one deck and smoked him repeatedly over and over and over, to the point where he just changed his list to basically almost mine. He changed like, I want to say like 5-ish cards, maybe it was like 3, and then played my list at nationals. I wish I had just played my list at nationals, and I think I would have done extremely well, because that list absolutely smoked the mirror. I was playing 4 secret BT1 Digimons, which was your promo Greymon, and in that format,
Deal with it or you're dead.
You're barely ever playing decks where it even has a chance to die in security, basically.
Yep. Was that pre or post 4 Ice Wall?
It was Ice Wall format, but you had 4 Ice Walls, and all you would do, what you would do in the mirror is you would just hold your Ice Wall until your opponent Ice Walled, and you would just respond to their Ice Wall with your Ice Wall. Because you'd always want to Ice Wall in response to them. You wouldn't want to have to proactively Ice Wall. You probably already lost the game.
Yep. The moment you were forced to Ice Wall them was the moment you lost.
Yes. Because if they if they hold all their Ice Walls, they'll just run you out of your Ice Walls and then just kill you anyway.
Yep. That was back in the day when it was kind of safe to swing into security, because even the level 4s were squishy because it was flooded with all the 1-cost blockers.
Well, it's not even that. That was Bond format. So like a lot of decks you were playing against had nothing but rookies and champions besides their bonds.
Right.
You didn't play any level 5s.
Yeah, and I was playing the Tama that gave you 1,000 DP, so my Digimons were 7,000 DP swinging twice.
Yeah. The only thing that the Bond decks played was actually a format later when I think they got Octomon. And I think he's a 8,000 DP level 4.
They had Octomon. I think Octo was 7, but they had Octomon in that format. I think he was in.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he was in either BT6 or EX1. I think he was in BT6. I don't think there was any cards like that in EX1. But yeah, that was the deck I
don't really get a whole lot of blue cards. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that was a deck I wish I had played. The only reason I didn't is because I barely played with it for like maybe a day or two before nationals, and I didn't want to try to play a deck that I wasn't as experienced with as I was with Lord Nightmon. So that was the whole reason I still played Lord Nightmon, because I was like, I think this might just be best deck in format, right? Like this might be the best version, but I just don't want to play a deck that I'm not super comfortable with.
Understandable.
Makes sense.
But yeah, wish I'd played that. Maybe I would have won Nats. Who knows? Let's see.
Oreo's a real one. He said if you post Sakuyamon content, he will make sure to watch all the way through.
He did say that. I appreciate it, Oreo, but I still don't think I will be posting Sakuyamon content.
Listen, I would build it if I had all the cards, but unfortunately, I just don't. Sorry, guys.
And also, they're expensive for no reason, even though the deck sucks.
Waifu tax.
For real, dude. It's so weird. Adaptive reasoning. Questions. 1. What new deck coming up in BT16 are you all most excited to play? After testing with Ben, my deck is Magnamon X Vaccine. I can't wait to give everyone cancer. It's going to be my favorite format.
Alright.
This is unfortunately like the last time we got a set with the O2 kids. I really don't care about any of it, and I really don't care about any of the cards. So
I felt the same way until testing and
Magna X.
realizing how much I like the Magnamon X Vaccine deck.
Yep, sad for me. I'll probably just be playing some random jank. I don't know. I'll just be back on my BS with Melga.
Broaden your horizons. Stop being lame.
Nah.
Yeah. Try new things. Be adventurous. Take a chance. Make a change. Break away.
You're right. I'll play Melga, but purple. Oh wait, sorry.
All right, Chris, your turn. Brandon sucks. Your turn.
Oh, I said Tyrant.
Oh, did you?
I'd also, yeah, I'll also say just like Magnamon X with like armor, but like.
Yeah, Chris is going to be playing the worst version. I can't wait to bully him.
It's just super inferior. Yeah.
Straight up bad.
I'll play Bond with new Ukomon.
Second question: favorite potato recipe?
Boncho Stingmon.
That's your favorite potato recipe?
Are we talking about actual potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm assuming adaptive means like your favorite way to have them, because I don't know any recipe specifically. I think mine would be French fries, but
what type of cut you get in them French fries?
However like McDonald's does it. I hate steak cut French fries like with a passion, dude. Those are so bad.
Yeah, remember one of the first episodes ever we talked about how much we hate steak cut fries.
Yeah, steak cut fries are terrible, dude. They're basically not even fries. They're just like undercooked pieces of potato, and I'm just like, this
potatoes with skin.
Yeah, this is like, but I like potatoes, so it's so weird. Like, it's like the one way you can give me a potato where I'm like, this is not appetizing.
Because I don't mind a potato. Don't get me wrong, but when I get a French fry, I'm not wanting a potato. You know what I mean? I
guess I can understand. I mean, I know that a French fry is made of potatoes, but it's not the same as eating a baked potato. Yes. So I guess I can kind of understand your logic. I think it's
fries. So curly fries or crinkle cut.
Are you asking me between
crinkle
the two?
Cut is bad.
No, I'm saying those are the good ones.
Yeah. I hate crinkle cut.
Crinkle cut also suck for the same reason steak fries suck. But if you season crinkle cut enough, they're still edible. Good, but steak cuts are just like you can't salvage them.
Batter dipped fries are the best fries.
Yes, crinkle cut batter dipped fries are the best.
So
no crinkle cut. Get the crinkle cut out of here.
I think my actual answer is a 3-way tie between French fries, tater tots, and potato wedges.
See, my dad used to make these scallop potatoes. Oh my god, they were diced so fine, and then he would like bake them, and they would get so crisp. They were like little slice, like they're like cubes. Dude.
Thank you,
They're
Brandon.
like little
Chris
cubes.
doesn't understand words.
Diced, sliced, whatever.
That's a
Same
big difference. No, it's not. It's literally not the same thing.
Everyone knew what I meant.
They didn't.
And he would bake them.
Are you talking about when he made them in the discs or when he cubed them?
Cubed them.
That's not scalloped.
That's not scalloped potatoes. You potato.
What are they called?
Scalloped is when you slice them.
Yeah, scalloped is when they're sliced.
That is
he
a
would make
specific
those
way
too.
to prepare them.
He would make those too, and they were really good.
Yeah,
Bro, what you know what I'm talking about? What would you call them?
It's basically glorified hash browns.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like you're describing.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess.
About, but it's basically just tiny, like cubes of potato,
and they were so crispy.
Yeah,
it's literally hash browns. You're describing hash browns.
No,
which are also awesome. I mean,
yeah, hash browns are great.
Yeah, hash browns are literally tater tots, but like it's like open faced tater tots
all at once.
Yeah.
But when I think of hash browns, I'm thinking of like Waffle House.
Yeah.
And like McDonald's, where it's like it's like a patty or like.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways. Just like there's different ways to make French fries, there's different ways to make hash browns.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Peak potato is a baked potato with just an insanely good amount of toppings. Like I'm talking.
Okay.
My favorite is when me and the wife go to Red Lobster. I get the lobster potato now.
I will agree with that.
No, but you don't. Okay.
Loaded baked potatoes are also delicious.
Okay, yes.
You're going to sit there and say, oh, but you're only getting it because you like the toppings.
The toppings.
It's still a good potato.
Yeah, it's still a really good potato.
Let me hand you.
I can't like pizza.
No.
Because I get a lot of toppings on my pizza.
Brandon.
That is a good point. That is a good point, yes.
No, listen to me.
Am I not allowed to have a topping on, like, my hot dog?
No. Okay, that's what I'm saying. No, hear me out. Let me just throw you a baked potato. I'm going to throw it at you, okay? No salt, no butter. I'm just going to bake you a potato, and are you going to eat that?
You could say the same thing for any other way you prepare potatoes. If you don't do salt or anything else, you're like, try to eat this, and they're going to be like, this is disgusting.
How many times have I gone to a fast food place, and they have clearly not salted my fries, and I've been pissed.
Unsalted French fries are inedible.
I agree, but I'm saying
you can't sit here and say
your logic is flawed. Your logic is flawed.
The baked potato is only good for all the stuff you eat it with.
Cereal is only good because you put milk in it.
That's not true. Cereal's still good dry.
It's really not.
I eat dry cereal all the time. I used to back in the day as a kid.
Like crazy people who like vanilla ice cream. Like
I won't go there. Like, vanilla ice cream's
toppings on your ice cream, like
so bad.
That's
if I have a vanilla ice cream and I crush a Butterfinger and put it in there, are you gonna sit there and go, "Oh, well, your vanilla ice cream isn't that good"?
Chris, your logic is flawed. You can't say it's just no.
Get out of here.
That's how you cook food. You season the food and put things on it to enhance the flavor.
Okay. Fine. We'll give you a baked potato with salt and pepper. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
I've literally eaten a baked potato with just salt and butter, and I ate it like an apple. Like I just like
crunch it.
Oh my god.
With the skin and all, like because if they salt it right, like the skin is delicious. Like so good, dude.
I'm not saying I won't.
I picked it up and ate it with my hands. It was delicious.
I'm not saying. Listen, I don't want you guys to think I hate baked potatoes. I love baked potatoes. I'm just saying.
Some of my best friends are baked potatoes.
I like baked potatoes. See, that's how I know we're not best friends, because I'm not a baked potato. I like baked potatoes. I'm just saying baked potatoes go over the top because of all the toppings.
He says you're out. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
She literally said, is he hating on baked potatoes? I said, yeah. He said,
I like baked potatoes.
Then what is your reasoning for this argument? Why?
I'm just not going to rank them that high.
Listen,
it's his opinion. It's his opinion.
His opinion's wrong. It's wrong.
Chris, you're not a true steak lover because you don't eat your steak just straight raw. Sorry.
You don't just go cow tipping and just mutilate their bodies and eat
Sean, Sean, don't listen to this guy over here, okay? Do you know what he eats with his baked potato? Salt, pepper, butter, and cheese, and bacon bits. He doesn't get sour cream. He doesn't get chives.
Chives are
He doesn't
gross.
What?
Chives are gross.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I do disagree with the lack of sour cream, but chives are gross. I actually almost said that earlier when we started talking about loaded baked potatoes. I don't like chives.
I will say I don't mind sour cream. It's just 9 times out of 10 the place that you get it from always puts too much.
Shut up. Shut up, Brandon.
I love sour cream.
I've never seen you touch sour cream.
And chives, so chives don't have a taste to me. I just don't like the texture that they provide.
The texture. Okay.
I would just rather them be left off. Like I think
I'd rather them be bacon.
Yeah. I'd much rather them be bacon bits or something else. Like
or lobster.
Yeah. Or like the barbecue places, they'll do like barbecue in the like brisket topped baked potato, dude. Actually, that makes me want to get one now. Those are really good.
Do a twice baked potato, but like a little bit of pulled pork.
Maybe I'll ask my wife if she wants to hit up a barbecue place.
What's the next question before the comment section starts calling us fat again because we go out once a week?
Yeah. Chris, you're just wrong, dude. Baked potatoes are pretty solid.
Okay.
It's okay if it's not your favorite, but you can't be like they're bad because you put toppings on them.
It's right there next to potato wedges.
I can't wait.
Potato wedges are awesome.
I can't wait to see you eat only plain hamburgers for the rest of your life.
Do you not like potato wedges, Chris?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not potato wedges. I'm sorry. Steak cut.
Oh, okay.
The same thing. They're basically the same thing.
They're not.
Potato wedges are usually just seasoned way better.
Are, Sean. They are, because guess what? Just take steak cut fries and then throw all the toppings you put on the baked potato on the steak cut fries, and you'll be like, oh yeah, these are good.
That actually sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But
look at that.
I'm sorry, did he just...
Yes.
That is gonna be the new group chat photo. Can we agree on that now?
Yeah. Now we have to wait for him to come back over it and break his phone. Oh God.
I'm crying.
So am I. God, does he even...
This might be the best episode ever.
Yes.
That was perfect.
Okay, finally he's back.
Alright, go to the next question.
This is all your fault, adaptive reasoning.
That's great.
Yeah, I love potatoes. Emerald Nip. So I'm going to my first ever case tournament in 2 weeks. BT15 just arrived in my country, LOL. What do you guys recommend to me, like etiquette and such? Note I live in the Middle East, hence why we get set so late. Also, this is like my second time going to locals, so I'm nervous.
As far as etiquette, I was going to say...
Shower, deodorant, brush your teeth, stand in the corner mean mugging everyone, letting them all know you're there for real.
I would say do bring deodorant with you. Because it does get hot, it gets sweaty.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I had it with me when I went to Atlanta, and I was making sure. I wanted to make sure I wasn't.
You're weird, dude. Just bathe. Not all nerds bathe before they go to locals, so do your friends a favor and bathe, and do put on deodorant before you go.
Bring a potato with you.
Yeah, bring a potato, dude. I, as a nerd, love potatoes. But yeah, just
eat beforehand.
Yeah, definitely you want to eat beforehand, because if you do play in a tournament, it's going to be probably like a few hours, so you'll probably get hungry in the middle if you don't eat before.
Don't be nervous. They're playing the same card game you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
also you guys have the same reason.
Yes. You have something in common right off the bat.
Yeah, don't be afraid to approach people and just say, "Hey, I'm new. I'm here to play." Like, maybe you can ask to see their trades or something like that.
Yeah, always a good icebreaker is ask for trades. Mm-hmm. Also, don't feel bad for asking a lot of questions.
Yes.
Like, if you're in the middle of a game, like, ask questions, read cards. Like, don't be afraid to do stuff like that.
Yeah, like, this game specifically, but most nerds in general, like as far as card games are concerned, are very welcoming to new players. So don't be afraid of that. I'm sure they'll welcome you with open arms. I know
Unless
we
you're
do.
the Facebook group.
The Facebook group is clearly a bunch of ex-Yu-Gi-Oh players. It's very obvious.
Yes.
But yeah, like, I would just, as far as etiquette, I don't think there's anything you really need to be worried
Go
about.
have a good time.
Be polite.
Yeah, be polite. I'm bad about doing this, but it's because I don't care if other people do it to me. But if you like want to read an opponent's card or something, ask if it's okay if you can touch it. I'm bad about just grabbing stuff and looking at it. But it's because I don't care. Oh, I hit my mic. I don't care if my opponent just picks up my cards to read them. And anytime my opponent asks a question like that, I just say, yeah, you can feel free to pick up my stuff and look at it whenever you want if you want to like see anything. Some people.
It's usually just a good rule of thumb to ask permission before you touch somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, I'm just bad about it when I'm playing card games.
Sean is just like, give me that. Full hand grips it.
Yeah, just crush it.
Balls it in his hand.
But it's just because I don't care if people touch my stuff, so I forget to ask
into
sometimes.
a bag, reaches into a bag of hot Cheetos, eats it, and then just use that same hand to use that card.
He licks my hands clean and just touches your stuff.
Ah.
Do wash your hands. If you did just eat something messy, do wash your hands. But yeah, there's nothing really specific you have to be concerned about. I'm sure they'll probably make you feel right at home once you let them know that you're there to play.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're all there for the same reason. Like, that's something in common right there.
Yeah, but welcome to the game.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they will be happy to have you. That I don't know how popular it is in the Middle East, but I'm sure their local scene probably isn't like super booming, so it'll probably be nice to have a new player.
Real quick before we move on, we're going to talk about how Chris's camera is very clearly off center.
It is off. It's tilted. What's that called? A Dutch angle?
Dutch angle. He's Thor 1.
Yes. No, Thor 2, I think.
The movie of nothing but Dutch angles.
I think it's Thor 2 that's Dutch angles.
You might be right.
I think it's the Dark
Thor
World.
2 is the bad one. The really bad one.
I thought they were all good, personally, but I don't know. I think I'm just easy to please. Except if your movie's 3 hours long, then it's... I make sure that it's entertaining. Oreo X also said, it's technically a question. Updated Gobu list, question mark?
We did.
Yeah,
we did that.
We did post. We posted that on Saturday, so you can check that out.
Boo!
I know, right?
On top of that,
Boo! Don't watch it. It's Gabumon. It sucks.
We're also going to have updated gameplay for the new deck as well.
Yes. We'll watch Brandon lose to Ben as he just fails to see a Ricky for multiple
Yay!
times. Yay!
Oh my god. Can we just talk about the outtake on that deck profile?
Oh yeah. When I went
5 seconds.
When I went to edit it, I was like, I have to leave this in, but I guess I'll just put it at the end.
Why did you have to leave it in? Come on.
Because it's funny.
That's funny.
You got a swear word in your video.
It's okay. It's at the very end, dude. The algorithm ain't gonna catch that.
It's at the very end. It's okay. I think from what I understand, as long as it's not within like the first 8 to 10 seconds, depending on what the video is, I don't think it matters.
It's something like that.
You almost did last week?
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know for sure because I don't think anyone truly knows. I think everyone's just kind of guessing.
Yeah. YouTube doesn't know either. They change policy every other day.
Well, it's not even the policy. Like their algorithms change.
Yeah.
Because it's not just one algorithm. Like it's a bunch of algorithms working together.
Yeah.
For all their stuff.
Yeah, it is getting pretty late.
I need to eat some din din.
Yeah, I ate some din din before.
Yeah, go get some potatoes or something. I don't know.
I'm probably not gonna do that. I am tempted, but I think they're probably closed because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Go get some Whataburger.
Nah. If it ain't a barbecue baked tater, I'm not eating it. That's what my mind is set on. Let me see if they are open. What's the barbecue place right there?
Next
Talking
to
about
IHOP.
Sunny's or
Did you say
Mugshot?
IHOP?
I think it's Sunny's. He's talking about the place next to IHOP.
Next to IHOP.
Yeah. Is it Sunny's?
Is that Sunny's?
Okay,
Yeah.
Sunny's. Let's see.
I mean,
Mugshot's the burger place. I wouldn't count that.
you really want to order something this late?
Doesn't
Yeah.
have to cook.
What?
You're getting that floor. You're getting that floor potato.
They close in 10 minutes. It ain't happening.
Ah, yeah, not happening.
Next time,
All right,
baby.
come on, Brandon.
Hold on.
Chris, are you aware your camera froze on you slamming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, because I immediately recognized it. And I was like, "Oh, that's perfect." Actually, I said, "Ah," and then I go, "Oh wait, that was probably perfect."
Just the way he just slammed and then just completely cut out.
Just cut out.
Jesus, dude, you had me and Sean dying.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you through the wall laughing.
I literally I teared up a bit.
I was worried you wouldn't come back. I thought you may have broken your phone.
Screen just shattered.
I hate
Throw a
so
cheeky
much.
Lord of the Rings
I
reference
hate you so
there.
much.
Nice.
All right, have fun, guys.
Hold on, Sean, have you seen Lord of the Rings?
Some of it. I don't want to watch it. It's,
Oh
it's
my
long movies,
God.
dude. Do you know
Nope,
how
I'm
I
out.
feel about long movies?
I'm
Okay.
out. I'm out.
Later.